strikes. Here comes a 2-2 home. Swung on a miss. Strike 3. 9 strikeouts for Zach Iverson. This kid is ridiculous out there on the mound.
The pitch from Couch, line drive deep down the line in left field, back at the wall, and this game is tied. It is out of here.
That ball is roped out into left field. It is deep, and it will get out of here for a homer. Daniel Cruz flips the bat. His second home run on the season.
First pitch, line drive out into right field, and that will do it. Rounding third and heading for home is Ty Grinberger. It's a walk-off RBI single for Phil Glasser, and the Copperheads win the ball game.
Copperheads Baseball is presented by Ohio Health and by Ambassador Laundry, Athens Chambers of Commerce, Athens County Convention and Visitors Bureau, The Cat's Eye, Classic Brands, Donato's Pizza, Dan Inman Electric, Echoing Hills, Edward Jones, Fall Green Moretime, Holiday Inn Express, Jackie O's, Kona Ice, Rocky Brands, Stephanie Wood and Ohio Realty, Shauna Stump, Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh, Union Street Diner, Ohio University Credit Union, and Wendy's.
Live from McBride Stadium here in Richmond, Indiana, it's the Southern Ohio Copperheads and the Richmond Jazz. Copperheads have made the postseason 13 total times. They haven't missed it since 2008. From 2009 to 2018, every single year, they've been in the postseason playing for something a little bit more. Hello and welcome into the broadcast. I'm Connor Mills alongside Joey Medor. And Joey, Copperheads, a record of 23-17. The Jazz 14-26, but the Copperheads just a half game back on both the Licking County Settlers and the Cincinnati Steam. One of those teams will win today unless they tie. But for the Copperheads, a win today will clinch a postseason berth for the 2019 season.
Absolutely. As one of those teams, Licking County or Cincinnati will have to lose that ball game. So the Copperheads can handle business here in Richmond and complete the sweep of the Richmond Jazz. As we've been saying since we got here, they will earn themselves a playoff bid, as will be Nick Kaiser out there on the mound in this big game. You know, we've seen him start one game before this season. So it'll be interesting to see how Kaiser handles the big moment and how the Copperheads respond. I mean, it's been an exciting season all year long. They've been right in the mix. You know, a lot of adversity faced by losing so many guys. So let's just see, you know, it all comes down to one ball game. Try to play your cards right and see, hopefully by the end of the night, you have yourself a postseason berth.
With a victory today, Copperheads get themselves into the postseason, as during their time in the GLSCL since 2002, Copperheads in 16 years have reached the postseason 13 total times. They made it to the championship series in 2009, 2014, and won the whole thing last year in 2018. Copperheads will try to play a little bit more baseball here in the summer of 2019, as it's the Copperheads and the Richmond Jazz right here at McBride Stadium in Richmond, Indiana. Temperature at 76 degrees and sunny. We'll be right back after the first pitch, a national anthem right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic Brands, Budweiser, and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home and a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmortine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi, in addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens. Live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brand is so much more than you think. Rocky Brand is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit, and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richmond Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood with Ohio Realty. She will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood, bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region, Snyder, Fuller & Stroh is focused on helping our clients secure their financial future. What's your plan? Give us a call at 594-8385.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Ball Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.ballgreenmortine.com.
You will be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with the free complimentary breakfast, high-definition television in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi. In addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens, live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at jackios.com. Instagram or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room in Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side. Locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors. And be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brands designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit, and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial service needs. She is celebrating 14 years of service to the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Schneider, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Schneider, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.schneiderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Win or go home situation for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. It's the last regular season game of the season here in the summer of 2019, and starting lineups will be run through by none other than Joey Medora.
I like the intro there. Starting off for the Copperheads, out in left field is Jared Hurd. As batting second is Zach Iverson. At the DH spot, batting third in right field, Sebastian Fabic. Batting cleanup for the third straight game. At first base, Tanner Glass. Batting fifth at second is Kyle Gammon. Batting sixth at shortstop, Phil Glasser. Behind the dish at batting seventh, Tanner Johnson. Batting eighth at third base, Daniel Cruz. And batting ninth in center field is Luke Nasanti. Nick Kaiser is the starting pitcher for the Copperheads in this one, as will be Zach Jaros leading off for the Richmond Jazz. At shortstop, Jacob Burlingame. Batting second in center field, Ryan Wickman. In right field, batting third. Batting cleanup at first base, Mike Steffen. Caleb Meeks is at third base, batting fifth. Zach Stittler is DHing, batting sixth. Cole Antle in left field, batting 7th. Austin Hatfield behind the plate, batting 8th, and batting 9th at second base is Noah Suarez. Eric Roberts is a starting pitcher for the Jazz in this one.
Copperheads 1 game away from getting into the postseason, won the last 2 games. Copperheads with victories over the Richmond Jazz on Sunday and on Monday. With a victory here on Tuesday, they find themselves in the postseason. For the last time during the regular season, it is time for Copperheads baseball. Leading things off is Jared Hurd, the left fielder. Hurd with a .293 batting average, 24 hits on the season and 82 at-bats, will stand in against Eric Roberts. Roberts pitched against the Copperheads earlier this season. On June 9th, he went 3 innings pitched. First pitch from Roberts, swung on, ground ball over towards the right side and down the foul line. That ball runs foul. Well, for Eric Roberts, on the season for him, a 2-2 record with a 2.54 ERA. 6th start of the season, 10th time on the mound for the Jazz. 0-1 pitch, misses high, 1 ball, 1 strike. 33 innings pitched for Roberts, 28 strikeouts, 13 walks, and has given up 36 hits. Against the Copperheads on that June 9th game, gave up 2 hits, a strikeout. And the Richmond Jazz got the 2-0 victory over the Copperheads. 1-2 count. Ball finds the strike zone. Eric Roberts ahead. From the windup, Roberts is ready. The 1-2 pitch taken outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Easy take there for Hurd. Fastball not really where Roberts wanted to locate it. Left it up high and outside to even up the count at 2.
Count even, 2-2. The pitch to Jared Hurd misses outside, a curveball. Didn't find the zone. Counts run full to the leadoff batter here in today's ball game.
Well, that's exactly what you want to see out of the leadoff guy. Want him to see a lot of pitches and try to get on base to open up the ball game.
3-2 pitch, line drive out into right center field. That ball will get down and 1 hop into the glove of the center fielder Burlingame. Hurd takes a strong turn at first, but will run back. Gets a leadoff single for Jared Hurd and the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Get the ball moving here in the top of the first.
Well, can't ask for much of a better leadoff at bat from Jared Hurd. Works the count full, gets a fastball down the middle on a 3-2 pitch, ropes it out into right field. At first I thought he might try to go for second, but thinks better of it. Leadoff man on to open up the ball game.
Hurd on first at the plate. Zach Iverson, first pitch. Iverson swings a slow roller over towards first, backhanded by the first baseman Steffen. Underhand toss to the pitcher Roberts to record the out. 1 pitch and 1 out to Zach Iverson. Well, Jared Hurd moves over to second base. 1 out, top of the first. Runner on second for the Copperheads.
Well, if you're going to get out one, at least make it a productive one, as Iverson got didn't really barrel up that one, got it on the inside part of the bat. Slow roll over to first, but Jared Hurd easily moving up to second base. Now you have your leading RBI guy up trying to bring him in with 1 away.
Sebastian Fabic at the plate. Fabic went 3 for 6 yesterday's ball game. Led things off with a double and proceeded to hit 3 more doubles, 3 doubles in the ball game. First pitch swung on and found back to the netting, 0-1. With Fabic on the season, average back up to 348, 56 hits so far, 161 at-bats. Roberts checks back on second. The 0-1 pitch taken on the inside corner, strike called. 0-2. But for Fabic, 35 RBIs with a chance here. 18 doubles on the season, 4 home runs. This is ahead on the count, 0-2 to Sebastian Fabic. Roberts checks back to second. Now to the plate, 0-2 pitch taken outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Not a bad waste pitch there by Roberts. Nice job by Fabic to lay off it outside. 1-2 the count, as Sebastian's been very successful in the first couple games against the Jazz Heroes. He'll try to keep that streak alive.
Down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. A Sebastian Fabic pitch on the way, swung on, ground ball over towards third, taken on a hop by Caleb Meeks. The throw across the diamond in time for the second out. 5-3 put out for Sebastian Fabic. Hurd has to hold off on second base, 2 down with a runner in scoring position here in the top of the first.
Yeah, Fabic just kind of rolled over that one towards the third baseman. Nice easy play for the out. So now we'll take a 2-out base hit from Tanner Glass to try to keep this inning alive.
Glass in yesterday's ball game went 1 for 2 with 2 walks and a hit by pitch. Also had a run, an RBI, and struck out once. but on the season batting .254. Roberts' first pitch to glass swung on, ground ball over towards the left side. Taking it in the hole is the third baseman Meeks. The throw just gets glass by a hair to retire the side. Copperheads get the leadoff man on base, bring him around to second. He does not score as Richmond Jazz come to the plate for the first time in today's ball game. It's the Copperheads nothing Jazz coming up next right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Schneider, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Schneider, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.schneiderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's, located off of Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood, Ohio Realty, will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood, bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Schneider, Fuller & Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region, Schneider, Fuller & Stroh is focused on helping our clients secure their financial future. What's your plan? Give them a call at 594-8385.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Bottom of the first inning here in Richmond, Indiana, at McBride Stadium. Leading things off with Zach Giroux, followed by Jake Burlingame and Ryan Wickman for the Richmond Jazz. On the mound for the Copperheads, Nick Kaiser. Kaiser sports a 1-0 record with a 5.25 ERA. Has appeared in 13 relief appearances this season. One start, making his second start in today's ball game. Also has recorded a save in 30 2/3 innings pitched, 27 strikeouts, 11 walks, and has given up 45 hits. First pitch to Giroux is swung on, a shallow fly ball out into right field, gets down for a base hit. One pitch, one hit for the Richmond Jazz. Leadoff man on base, Jazz following suit to what the Copperheads did in the top of the first.
Yeah, not the hardest hit ball, but Giroux gets just enough to muscle it into right field, too shallow for Fabic to make a play. Leadoff man on is Kaiser. When he's pitching good, he's got that cut fastball that he loves to throw working for him that, breaks in to the lefties away from the righties. So if he has that pitch going for him, he can be very successful.
Jake Burlingame at the plate. First pitch he sees, he swings and drives it deep out into right center field, and this one hops the fence. Running all the way back and retrieving is Lucas Nasanti. Heading for home is Zach Giroux. Back-to-back base hits, an RBI double for Jake Burlingame. Richmond Jazz take an early 1-0 lead.
And the Jazz coming out in attack mode, swinging at the first couple pitches that Kaiser throws. That one driven deep out into the gap in right field to score the game's first run. Kaiser going to have to settle down out there on the mound.
Copperheads need to win today's game to enter into the postseason. In the North Division, everything is all well set. Lima Locos and the Michigan Clippers. The Muskegon Clippers. Both those two teams are in the postseason in the North, and nobody has clinched a postseason spot yet here in the Southern Division. First pitch misses for a ball to Ryan Wickman. Wickman, a .288 batter, 36 hits and 125 at-bats. Takes 1-0 pitch low and inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Zach Giroux led things off with a single. He came all the way around to score on the RBI double from Jake Burlingame. 1-0 the score in favor of Richmond Jazz. 2-0 pitch misses inside. 3 straight balls to the batter, Ryan Wickman. And now Nick Kaiser is in danger of walking his first batter. 3-0 pitch, low and inside, ball 4. 4-pitch walk issued to Ryan Wickman, his 10th walk of the season. And Mike Steffen comes up with 2 runners on base and nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, Kaiser had to settle down. He served up a couple fastballs to open up the game. They got punished pretty hard. Then looked like he was trying to nibble a little bit there to the batter, Wickman. 4 straight balls. At the very least, you set up a double play opportunity as first base was empty. Now you got first and second, but Kaiser going to have to try to find the zone.
Steffen at the plate, first pitch outside, ball 1. For Mike Steffen, 1 for 5 in yesterday's game. A .318 hitter, 49 hits on the season. With a chance to pick up his 50th in this at-bat. 1-0 pitch taken outside again. 2 balls and no strikes. For Steffen, 24 runs scored, 40 RBIs. 7 doubles on the year. 2-0 pitch. This one taken in for a called strike. That breaks up the ball streak by Nick Kaiser. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, and see if Kaiser can kind of replicate what he threw to Steffen on that pitch. Nice fastball on the outside part of the plate. Not much a lefty can do with that pitch.
2-1 misses outside again. Kaiser just missing on the opposite batter's box to the lefty, Mike Steffen. And now the count is at 3 balls and 1 strike with nobody out. Kaiser's 3-1 pitch, ground ball through the hole on the right side and out into right field. Rounding third and heading for home is Jake Burlingame. The throw will go to second base. It's an RBI single for Mike Steffen. 2 RBIs in the inning for the Richmond Jazz here in the bottom of the first. They take a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, Richmond coming out of the gates in this one, just really aggressive, swinging the bats and hitting the ball hard off Nick Kaiser. All 3 hits have gone to the right side of the outfield now. Kaiser just not really getting too many pitches by the Jazz so far in this first inning.
First pitch to the Jazz batter, Caleb Meeks, misses high, 1 ball, no strikes. Kaiser couldn't handle the throw back from the catcher. Johnson will run through the defensive lineman for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Hurd in left, Nasanti in center, Fabic out in right field. It's Daniel Cruz at third, Phil Glasser at short, Kyle Gammon making his 3rd straight start at second base of the series. And Tanner Glass at first, swinging a foul ball back to the fence. Count is even at 1-1. On the mound, Nick Kaiser. Behind the plate, Tanner Johnson. 1-1 the count. Copperheads with an early deficit, 2-0 in favor of the Richmond Jazz. The 1-1 pitch from Kaiser swung on a miss by Caleb Meeks. And now Kaiser in a position to get a strikeout with the count at 1-2.
It'd be big to need to get this first out of the inning. It's been rough sailing through the first 4 hitters. But if you get a strikeout, kind of start to settle down a little bit, limit the damage done in the inning already.
1-2 curveball misses just a bit high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. For Meeks, pitched in game 1 of the series. 2-2 pitch from Nick Kaiser, swung on a miss, strike 3. Kaiser gets a first strikeout of the ball game. 1 out here in the bottom of the first, but 2 runs in for the Richmond Jazz.
Much needed bounce back there from Kaiser, as he's given up 3 hits already as well as the walk, 2 runs already in, but he comes in and strikes out Meeks for his first out, try to replicate what he did to that batter, maybe roll a double play ball to get out of this inning.
First pitch to Zachary Styler, misses high and inside, 1 ball, no strikes. For Styler, batting .279 in yesterday's game, went 1 for 4, had a run scored, 2 strikeouts, and had a stolen base. 1-0 pitch misses high and inside again, 2 balls and no strikes. Runners are on first and second base for the Richmond Jazz with 1 out in the bottom of the first. Wickman's on second, Steffen at first. Kaiser's 2-0 pitch took a little off of it, swung on and fouled straight back to the backstop. Zachary Styler, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, and I think Kaiser needs to start mixing in those off-speed pitch a little bit sooner, as it looks like the Jazz have been on his fastball so far.
Kaiser gave up 3 runs to the Richmond Jazz earlier on in the season, his 1 relief appearance against them. 2-1 pitch misses high and inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Styler, 12 runs scored on the season, 12 RBIs. Only has 8 extra base hits, all of them for doubles. 3-1 pitch, swung on and fouled straight back, brings the count to 3-2. Full count for Zachary Steitler, the designated hitter. Time is called as the bat boy pops out of the dugout for the Richmond Jazz, retrieves the foul ball.
I think he's more of a ball boy in this game.
Could get a bat
Judging
too,
by
maybe.
what he's, I don't know. I haven't seen him grab a bat yet.
Payoff pitch, swung on, popped up behind home plate. Tanner Johnson will take a look at it, but it runs out of room. Bounces on top of the roof there at McBride Stadium. Count remains full to Zachary Steitler.
Yeah, it was an interesting decision there from the Jazz. They went with the double steal with 1 away and the full count. Coach must be having trust in Steitler and his ability to handle the bat, as if you get caught in this double steal, he strikes out. Could get a double play that gets the Copperheads out of this inning.
The payoff pitch swung on, and a fly ball, foul territory down the right field line and slicing out of play. There'll be another full count pitch to Zachary Steitler from Nick Kaiser. Richmond Jazz 2, Copperheads nothing. Copperheads have not missed a postseason since 2008. With a victory here today, on the move is the runner Mike Steffen, or Ryan Wickman as well. Fly ball out into right field off the bat of Zachary Steitler, caught by the right fielder Sebastian Fabic. And now there are 2 down as runners who were in motion will have to go back to their bases.
Yeah, ball hung up there long enough for the runners to have plenty of time to get back, which is the same. Copperheads could have doubled someone up to try to get out of the inning. But nice job there from Kaiser after a rocky start to the inning. He's made a few good pitches, got the strikeout, now an easy fly ball to right field, just 1 out away from limiting the damage done in this first inning.
2 down, bottom 1, Cole Antle at the plate. Antle in yesterday's game went 1 for 4, as he has a .244 batting average. First pitch to Antle, ground ball over to Daniel Cruz. He olays it as the ball gets all the way past him out into left field. Hurd has it, but a run comes in to score. Ryan Wickman scores on the error by Daniel Cruz. Cole Antle on first. It's first and second, 2 outs, and now 3 runs in the bottom of the first.
It was a hot shot on the ground, and Cruz, instead of trying to square it up, just tried to olay it, as you mentioned out there, as it is scored a hit for Cole Antle. So we'll get the RBI. The Jazz jumping on the Copperheads early in this one, now a 3-0 lead.
3-0 the score in Richmond, Indiana. Austin Hatfield at the plate. First pitch taken low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. For Hatfield, batting .318, 21 hits and 66 at-bats. Went 1 for 4 in yesterday's game. Had a double and an RBI. Kaiser's 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed by Hatfield. Johnson pops out of the crouch. Looks back, Mike Steffen at second. Count is even at 1. Kaiser from the stretch. Checks back to second. Now the 1-1 pitch, a curveball that gets away from the catcher Johnson, and he can't find it. He's going the opposite direction. Now he takes a turn left where the ball is near the Richmond Jazz. A run comes in to score on the wild pitch by Nick Kaiser. 4 runs here in the bottom of the first for the Richmond Jazz. An early deficit for the Copperheads.
Yeah, that's just an unfortunate one there, as the ball kicked away from Johnson. He wasn't able to locate it. That runner from second, very aware, as there's a lot of foul ground here at the Jazz's stadium. So he's able to be alert, takes third base and continues on home. And the Jazz have jumped on the Copperheads early here in this one.
Steffen came in to score on the pass ball. Pitch in for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes is the count with 2 outs in the bottom of the first to Austin Hatfield. On third base is Cole Antle. He went from first to third on the pass ball. As now the 2-2 pitch taken outside, ball 3. Count runs full with 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. The Richmond Jazz 4, Copperheads nothing. Copperheads have only sent 4 batters to the plate. 3-2 pitch swung on and found straight back by Hatfield. Count remains full. For the Richmond Jazz, 8 batters have went to the plate. Should Austin Hatfield extend the inning, Noah Suarez on deck. Kaiser's payoff pitch is taken high and away, ball 4, and the Richmond Jazz do send their entire starting lineup to bat here in the bottom of the first.
Guys are really laboring through this first inning, already up over 30 pitches, which is a very high number to throw in one inning. Just really struggling to get through this first inning.
Second walk issued of the inning. There's no Suarez at the plate. Suarez, a .280 batter, 40 hits, under 43 at-bats. 38 runs scored, 17 RBIs. He had 10 extra base hits, 7 doubles. First pitch misses high from Nick Kaiser, 1-0. But 7 doubles, 1 triple, and 2 home runs from Noah Suarez, who's walked 32 times and only struck out 29. Very disciplined batter at the plate as he sees 2 pitches high, 2 balls, and no strikes. With that last pitch, Austin Dunphy pops out of the dugout. He calls time. Nobody warming up in the Copperheads bullpen as they were here in the bottom of the first inning. But Austin Dunphy checking in on his starter, Nick Kaiser. Kaiser only making his second start of the season. It was a spot start for Kaiser earlier on against the Cincinnati Steam. It was Cameron Stiglich slated to start, but Stiglich had a little arm issue, a little discomfort, whatever it was, but could not go. Kaiser stepped up. It was a lost ball game for the Copperheads during that time. Dunphy now back in the Copperheads dugout. Count is at 2 balls and no strikes with 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Richmond Jazz 4, Copperheads nothing. Kaiser from the stretch, the 2-0 pitch taken inside, ball 3. There's now 3 straight balls to the batter, Noah Suarez. Suarez in position to get his 33rd walk of the season. The 3-0 pitch taken right down the middle for a called strike, 3-1.
Yeah, of course, Suarez taking all the way there. As Kaiser hasn't had the best command in this first inning, and the pitches he has thrown for strikes have been hit hard.
The 3-1 delivery from Nick Kaiser swung on and found straight back over the press box. Count is now run full to the second straight batter. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs, bottom 1. Runners at the corners for the Richmond Jazz. Kaiser's payoff pitch is swung on, fly ball out to right field. Sebastian Fabic eyeing it up, and he makes one-hand grab to retire the side. But not before the Richmond Jazz jump out to an early lead. It's a Jazz 4, the Copperheads nothing. Copperheads come to the plate in the top of the second when we return right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the Tap Room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brand is so much more than you think. Rocky Brand is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women, footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge.
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
A must-win situation for the Southern Ohio Copperheads should they want to continue their season into the postseason. They bat here in the top of the second inning, down by 4 runs. First batter, Kyle Gammon at the plate. Gammon takes first pitch for a ball, 1-0. For Gammon, 6 hits, but 5 of these hits have come in this 3-game series. 1-0 pitch, swung on and fouled off towards Austin Dunphy down the third base line. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, you got to remember, Copperheads fell behind 4-0 to the Jazz back in Game 1 of this series, and they battled all the way back to win 8-6. The gut punch for sure, giving up 4 in the bottom of the first.
1-1 pitch, swung on and fouled straight back over to our right and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count from Eric Roberts, the pitcher, to the batter, Kyle Gammon.
But, you know, you're really going to see what the Copperheads are made of. They're going to fight through it like they have all season long.
1-2 pitch taken on the inside corner, strike 3 called. First strikeout of the game for Eric Roberts. 1 down here on the top of the second inning.
Yeah, nicely spotted curveball there around the inside part of the plate. Freezes Gammon for the strikeout.
Phil Glasser will stand in now. Glasser batting .274, as in yesterday's game went 2 for 4 with an RBI, or 2 for 4 with a run, a double, and he walked in yesterday's game. First pitch misses high and inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Now Glasser, 24 runs scored on the season, 18 RBIs, has 6 doubles, no other extra base hits. 1-0 pitch, swung on and fouled off towards the left side and out of play. 1-1. Copperheads above 500, both home and away. 12-9 at home, 11-8 on the road. 1-1 pitch from Roberts, misses high and inside to Phil Glasser, 2-1. But not too much of a difference. Home road split for the Copperheads. They've been finding a way to stay above 500 both times. 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed by Phil Glasser. Counts at 2-2.
Glasser's a little bit out in front of that fastball. Just got to sit back a little bit more. But as we know, he's a tough guy to strike out. Handles the bat very well, especially with 2 strikes.
The 2-2 pitch, swung on and found straight back off the leg of Glasser. Count remains tied at 2. And Glasser with 22 walks on the season. He's only struck out 25 times. From the windup, Eric Roberts ready. The 2-2 pitch is outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Real nice take there from Phil. Saw that fastball all the way in. Rides outside. Good pitch from Roberts. But even a better take to run the count full.
The payoff pitch from Eric Roberts is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Roberts. Richmond Jazz 4, Copperheads nothing. Now 2 down in the top of the second inning.
Yep, ran a fastball high and inside. To get Glasser swinging for the strikeout, as Roberts has been very strong throughout these first couple innings. A couple of strikeouts here in this inning, 1 out away from sending the hot Richmond bats back up to the plate.
Tanner Johnson at the plate now with 2 down. First pitch from Eric Roberts sails over the head of Johnson. Just lost the grip on the curveball as it goes all the way back to the backstop. 1-0. Johnson batting .333 in his short season with the Copperheads. 11 hits and 33 at-bats. 13 runs, 3 RBIs. Has hit 4 doubles. No other extra base hits. Has walked 8 times and struck out 7. 1-0 pitch taken low by Johnson. 2 balls and no strikes.
Johnson, very impressive how he's been able to keep that average at .333. As you mentioned, hasn't played the entire season, but has came in cold after not playing ball for a couple months.
2-0 pitch taken down in the inside part of the plate, 2-1.
And he's been able to, you know, make an impact on this Copperheads team. Big reason that they're still in the playoff hunt to this point.
2-1 pitch, swung and a miss by Johnson. And just like that, down 2-0 in the count, Eric Roberts gets right back into it, 2-2. Top of the second inning, 2 outs. Jazz 4, Copperheads nothing. 2-2 pitch from Eric Roberts hits Tanner Johnson. It's also been a series filled with hit-by pitches as Johnson picks up the first hit-by pitch of the day for the Copperheads. 2-out base runner for Southern Ohio.
Tanner Johnson just seems to have a knack for getting hit by a pitch. I mean, there was that one game earlier in the year he had 4 times that he was hit by a pitch, and we just mentioned hasn't been with the team all summer, but he leads the team in getting hit by a pitch. Copperheads, of course, lead the league, so they've been, I guess you would say, very good at getting hit by the pitch. I guess that'd be
the unfortunate benefactors.
The terminology, but
Daniel Cruz at the plate. First pitch taken high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Cruz also a late season acquisition. Not too late. About a fourth of the way through. 1-0 pitch hits the inside corner. 1-1. Now Cruz does have 116 at-bats. Has a hit in 31 of them for a .267 average. Roberts has his sign. Comes set. The 1-1 pitch swung on. Ground ball over by third base. Taken on the backhand is Meeks. The throw across the diamond in time. And the side is retired. Not much going for the Southern Ohio Copperheads here in the top of the second inning. It's the Richmond Jazz 4, Copperheads nothing. Jazz come to the plate when we return, right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richmond Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood with Ohio Realty. She will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region, Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh is focused on helping our clients secure their financial future. What's your plan? Give us a call at 594-8385.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Ty Krinberger from...
Just like the bottom of the first started off, the bottom of the second will as well. Zach Giroux, the leadoff batter, batting for the second time in today's ball game. Giroux led things off with a single in the bottom of the first as all 9 batters came across to the plate. Kaiser got Noah Suarez to fly out to right field. First pitch, a curveball misses high and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. But Suarez flew out to right, and the tough bottom of the first for Nick Kaiser. 1-0 pitch misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Kaiser walked 2 last inning. Gave up 4 hits. Left 2 on base. 2-0 pitch, again inside. 3 balls and no strikes.
Yep, just really struggling to find his command through this first inning and now carrying on into the second.
3-0 pitch, taken for a ball. Ball 4. It's a leadoff walk for Zach Giroux here in the bottom of the second inning. Leadoff man gets on base for the Richmond Jazz.
Yeah, 4 pitches, and none of them really being close there for Kaiser. He's got to start to make some kind of adjustments out there on the mound. It's already his 3rd walk into his second inning. And, of course, you can't afford to have another 4 spot put on you and let this one get away from you too early.
Jazz 4, Copperheads nothing. Bottom of the second inning, checks a swing, but went around is Jake Burlingame. 0-1. Burlingame, his last time up. First pitch you saw, he hit it for a double. RBI double that brought in Zach Giroux. 0-1 pitch, fouled off towards the left side, ranging towards the fence, but just out of the reach of the catcher, Tanner Johnson. 0-2 the count. Kaiser ahead on the batter, Jake Burlingame. Burlingame picked up his 31st RBI with that RBI double. But down in the count, 0-2 with no outs here in the bottom of the second. The 0-2 pitch from Kaiser bounces in the dirt. Johnson quickly pops up, blocks it, and gets Giroux back to first. 1-2. 1-2 pitch from Kaiser, swung on and fouled off out of play behind the press box. Count remains at 1-2.
Hasn't been a lot of swings and misses for Kaiser so far either, as a lot of balls he's able to bring in for strikes have either been fouled off or put into play.
Southern Division standings. Not much will jump around besides the top. 1-2 pitch taken outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. With the Steam and Settlers tied at 24-17, Copperheads a half game back on each. Copperheads would need to win today's game, as both those two teams are playing each other for a 3-game series. That series is split. 2-2 pitch misses high and inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the batter Jake Burlingame with the runner on first here in the bottom of the second. On the Hamilton Joes, Xenia Scouts, and Richmond Jazz round out the bottom of the Southern Division. Joes 21-18. 3-2 pitch misses outside. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks to start the bottom of the second inning for Nick Kaiser. Giroux on second. Burlingame on first.
Yeah, it's really battling out there right now as Kaiser really struggling to find the command, and could be trouble again for the Copperheads as you got the 3, 4, and 5 hitters all coming up with nobody out and 2 runners on. Jazz could try to blow this one open early.
Wickman at the plate. He walked, came around to score his first time. First pitch misses inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Kaiser walking Giroux. He's on second. Burlingame's on first with the 4th walk allowed by Kaiser in today's game as we're here in the bottom of the second inning. A swing and a drive deep out into left field, moving back at the wall, and this one hops the fence. Jared Hurd has it, throws it in. Coming in to score Zach Giroux, holding off at third base is Jake Burlingame, and with a RBI double is Ryan Wickman. The Richmond Jazz have 5 as there's nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning.
Yeah, that ball was belted out there to left field. Nothing really Jared Hurd could do besides take it off the walls. He obviously couldn't get there in time. Another run comes in to score. You know, Kaiser just leaving the ball. When he's throwing strikes, he's leaving it over the middle of the plate, and it's been getting hit hard to all fields so far in this one.
First pitch in for a called strike to Mike Steffen. Steffen had an RBI single, came around to score his last time up, 1 for 1 on the day. He lines this one into the gap in right center field, and now get down for a base hit. 2 runners will come across the plate to score. Burlingame in. Right behind him is Wickman. 2 RBI single for Mike Steffen, and this game is quickly getting out of reach for Southern Ohio. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. It's now the Jazz 7, Copperheads nothing.
Well, Mike Steffen's had an incredible season for the Jazz this year, second in the league in RBIs. He now has 3 throughout his first 2 at-bats to put his total at 43 on the year, only trailing Tyler Tolve of the Lima Locos, who actually broke the league RBI record in his ball game yesterday. But Kaiser just really laboring throughout this first couple innings. Wonder how long the leash will be for him now the score has reached 7.
Well, there is somebody warming up in the Copperheads bullpen right now. But a 7-0 lead for the Richmond Jazz in a win-or-go-home situation for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Kaiser's pitch in for a called strike, 1-1. Caleb Meeks at the plate. Meeks struck out in today's game. Kaiser's only strikeout thus far. 1-1 pitch, line drive into the hole on the left side and out into left field for a base hit. There's another hit here in the bottom of the second. Runners on first and second base. Jazz continue to pile it on.
And just hit after hit this inning. After the couple of walks, a few hard hit balls, and Kaiser just really getting barreled up by the Jazz.
Steitler at the plate, 0 for 1 today, flew out to right field. First pitch to him, hits the inside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Mike Steffen on second base with a 2 RBI single, followed by a Caleb Meeks single. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. 3 runs already across the plate. 0-1 pitch, misses low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kaiser looks back to second, checks back again. 1-1 pitch, a slow roller up the third base line, takes a left turn and goes foul, touched by Daniel Cruz. 1-2 the count. It's like Micah Craighauser warming up in the bullpen for the Copperheads. Kaiser unable to record an out, but gets one here. Strike 3 called. Going down looking is Zachary Steitler, the first out here on the bottom of the second.
Well, that's probably his best pitch he's thrown so far. Nice breaking ball. Freezes Steitler at the plate to get his first out.
Well, 1 out, bottom 2. Jazz 7, Copperheads nothing. Been a rough outing for Nick Kaiser in what could be his last outing of the season. Said it before, we'll continue to say Copperheads with a win. Their season continues for at least 2 more games. With a loss, it ends here. First pitch swung on and flown out into left field. Jared Hurd took the first step back, now charges in to make the one-hand grab. He gets the out, 2 down, bottom 2.
Yeah, it looked like the wind could have caught that one a bit. It looked really good off the bat there, and Hurd, as you mentioned, took his first step back, but all of a sudden just started charging in. That ball was knocked down as Kaiser gets a big second out. Now just trying to record one more, keep the damage from furthering here early on in this one.
4 runs in the first, 3 runs here in the second, 2 down here in the second. Hatfield at the plate. First pitch to Hatfield misses inside, 1 ball, no strikes. For Hatfield, he walked and was stranded at first base, was one of the 2 left on base for the Richmond Jazz in the bottom of the first. 1-0 pitch on the way, swung on and flown off towards the right side and out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stepping on second base, Caleb Meeks on first. At the plate, Austin Hatfield for the Richmond Jazz. Kaiser's 1-1 delivery. Another foul ball off the bat of Austin Hatfield. Kaiser now ahead in the count, 1-2. Two outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Kaiser with a chance for 3. The 1-2 pitch swung on, ground ball over towards the right side, taking out a high hop. Kyle Gammon has it to throw to first in time. And the end of the second is upon us. But not before the Richmond Jazz put up 3 on the board in addition to their already 4. It's a Jazz 7, Copperheads nothing. Copperheads to the plate in the top of the third. When we return right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are proud supporters of Copperheads baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Ball Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.ballgreenmortine.com.
You will be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with the free complimentary breakfast, high-definition television in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi. In addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens, live the life. Holiday Inn Express.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Copperheads held off the scoreboard during the first 2 innings as Lucas Nasanti would lead things off for Southern Ohio. First pitch from Eric Roberts misses low. 1 ball, no strikes to Nasanti. It's the Jazz 7, Copperheads nothing. Copperheads have just 1 hit so far, but early in the ball game. 1-0 pitch taken in for a called strike, 1-1. Nasanti on the season batting .306, 30 hits and 98 at-bats. 19 runs, 19 RBIs. Takes a pitch down the middle for a called strike. 1-2 the count. Pitch from Roberts, a soft line drive back up the middle, and taken on a backhand by the second baseman Suarez. No throw. Infield single for Lucas Nasanti, second hit of the ball game for Southern Ohio.
Well, that's kind of a break the Copperheads need to try to start to get back into this one, as you know, down a lot of baseball left to play. Nasanti, you kind of knew if that ball fell in somewhere, he's probably going to beat it out, as Suarez doesn't even take the risk. Up by 7 runs. Nasanti has the infield single. See if the Copperheads can string some hits together, try to spark a comeback.
Nasanti on first with the leadoff single. Hurd at the plate. Hurd had the first hit of the ball game. A 3-2 pitch. He lined out into right field. Ball gets past the catcher Hatfield. Nasanti trots over to second base. Scoring position for the Copperheads. And nobody out here in the top of the third. Taking a look across towards the Cincinnati Steam and Licking County Settlers game. Steam with a 2-1 lead over Licking County. With a loss here by the Steam and Licking County Settlers would be the 1 and 2 seeds in the Southern Division. Copperheads win, they jump either the Steam or the Settlers. 1-0 pitch fouled off by Jared Hurd. Count is even at 1. The Copperheads with a chance to jump whoever loses that Steam and Settlers game. But with a loss, those two teams are into the postseason. 1 pitch is fouled off towards the right side and over near the Copperheads dugout. 1-2. No outs. Top of the third inning. Runner on second base for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Eric Roberts pitching to Jared Hurd. From the stretch, the 1-2 pitch is another foul ball by Hurd. Grounded over towards the right side, down the first base line. Michael Blatchford, coach for the Copperheads, has it. Tosses it into the dugout. Count remains 1-2.
Yeah, Roberts stayed on the inside part of the plate to Hurd, so he's trying to keep the hands inside and pull it down the line. He's been a little bit out in front of it on the past couple pitches. See if he can sit back just a little bit longer on one of these next Roberts pitches.
Pitch misses for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. For Hurd, 1 for 1 today with that single to lead off the ball game. 2 hits on the day for the Copperheads as the man with the other hit standing on second. From the stretch, 2-2 pitch, a ground ball off the leg of Jared Hurd. He fouls it off. Stays alive at the plate, 2-2.
Yeah, that one stung a little bit, but he seems okay now. Standing outside of the box. So Hurd's been one of the better hitters over these past couple weeks. Reason he's been moved up to the leadoff spot. So there's going to be a guy who's going to start a rally for you. Be this one up there at the plate.
Hurd batting at .301 with his single today. Turned it on late in the season. Batting average was around 174, but has really gotten it up. 2-2 count, nobody out. Top of the third inning. Eric Roberts pitch. Curveball misses high to Jared Hurd. Counters run full. The Indiana University of Kokomo batter. Nasanti standing on second base. Copperheads trying to get a run here. Slowly climb back into the game. Jazz have 7 runs. Copperheads nothing. 3-2 pitch fouled off towards the left side and runs out of room, out of play.
Well, this is much like Hurd's first at-bat. Worked the full count, fought off a lot of pitches. He's doing the same thing here as Roberts just unable to get a ball by him. Hurd standing in there battling.
Full count to Jared Hurd. Copperheads trying to keep everything going, keep the train moving. Payoff pitch taken low, ball 4. First walk of the day issued by Eric Roberts. And the first 2 Copperheads batters have reached the base paths.
That's exactly what you want. Now you got Iverson and Fabic following up these guys with 2 runners on, nobody out. Seems like a pretty good time to start to try to climb your way back into this one after falling behind early.
4 runs in the bottom of the first inning, 3 runs in the bottom of the second. For the Richmond Jazz, it's a 7-0 lead. As the coach for the Richmond Jazz, Caleb Woodson, takes a trot out to the mound and has a conversation with his starter, Eric Roberts. Hurd on first, Nasanti on second. Nasanti had the hit. Infield single to second base. Jared Hurd just worked the first walk allowed by Eric Roberts. And that's where we are right now in the top of the third inning. Roberts doesn't walk a whole lot of batters, only has walked 13 on the air, make it 14 with the walk to Hurd. And now Zach Iverson, who grounded out to first his first time up, will stand in from the left side. Roberts from the stretch looks back to second, now to the plate. First pitch bounces in the dirt. Almost trying to take third was Lucas Nasanti. The ball did not go far away from the catcher, Hatfields. Quickly recovered it behind him. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, he didn't know exactly where it was at first, Hatfield, the catcher, but it was always right by him. So Nasanti, as soon as he started the break, he had it in his hand, would have probably been thrown out at third base. Smart decision to stay at second.
1-0 pitch, a curveball again, low, bounces in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. It's the meat of the order for the Copperheads coming up. Iverson, 15 RBIs. Sebastian Fabic with 35. And then Tanner Glass batting cleanup. 2-0 pitch to Zach Iverson, hits the outside corner, 2-1. Good location from Eric Roberts.
Yeah, but not a bad take there from Iverson. You get 2 breaking balls in the dirt to open up the at-bat. Just waiting to try to get a pitch to drive. Now to run on the board for the Sheds.
2-1 pitch, ground ball over towards short, but muffled by the shortstop Jarose, and gets past him into center field. It's an error by the shortstop Jarose. Bases are loaded with nobody out here in the top of the third inning.
Yeah, it looked like a tailor-made double play there for a second. Maybe Nasanti running by the shortstop Jarose kind of messed up the timing with the ball a little bit as he boots it out there at short. The Copperheads going to look to capitalize on this opportunity now. You got your leading RBI guy up with the bases loaded and nobody out.
Sebastian Fabic at the plate. Fabic has a grand slam this season. Came against the Galleon Graders. But for Fabic, leading the team in home runs, in doubles, in RBIs, the offensive statistical leader for Southern Ohio. First pitch, check to swing, didn't go around. 1-0. Check down to the field umpire and Michael Ingram. Ingram agrees with the home plate umpire, Kyle George. No swing. A 1 ball, no strikes, nobody out. Top of the third inning. Copperheads down by 7 to the Richmond Jazz. 1-0 pitch, swung on and fouled straight back over the press box. Count is even at 1-1.
Not a bad swing there from Fabic. Just got a little bit underneath it. Fouled it back behind home plate as now he looks for a little bit more pine tar on the bat. But you mentioned the grand slam he hit earlier in the season. Hit a home run just 2 days ago back in game 1 of this series. So know he has the power to lift one out of here. That'd be big if you could plate 4 runs right now, trailing by 7.
It's the Richmond Jazz 7, Copperheads nothing. Sebastian Fabic with 22 extra base hits, 18 doubles, 4 home runs. Copperheads could use 1 more here. 1-1 pitch from Roberts, swung on and another foul ball off to our right at the press box. Now Fabic is behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody out in the top of the third inning.
He was a little bit behind that pitch. Got to try to speed up the bat. Now in protection mode with 2 strikes. Want to put this ball in play. Don't want to strike out with the bases loaded.
1-2 pitch from Roberts. Swung on and another foul ball off to the right. Fabic stays alive at the plate at 1-2.
Robert trying to sneak the breaking ball by him on that one, but Fabic up to the task, fights it off. As usually with 2 strikes, you try to still think fastball and then adjust to an off-speed pitch. So nice job there by Fabic being able to stay on that one, get a piece of it.
1-2 pitch from Roberts. A curveball breaks over the head of Fabic. He ducks away from it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bases are loaded here in the top of the third inning with nobody out for Southern Ohio. Lucas Nasanti on third, Jared Hurd on second, and Zach Iverson on first with the error by the shortstop Jarose. 2 balls, 2 strikes. From the stretch, Roberts' pitch. Swung on, ground ball over towards second base, taking on a couple hops, a flip to second for 1, no relay throw. It's a fielder's choice RBI for Sebastian Fabic, 1 out recorded, but runners at the corners in the top of the 3rd inning. Copperheads put on 1. It's 7-1 Richmond Jazz.
Well, it's not the most ideal in that situation, but you do get your first run. Of course, easy decision there for Suarez to go to second. You'll easily trade it out for a run up by 7. But still just 1 away. You got runners at the corner. Still a chance at putting up a crooked number here this inning.
1 run here in the top of the 3rd inning. Jazz 7, Copperheads 1. At the plate, Tanner Glass swings and fouls one off of his back leg. 0-1. For Glass on the day, 0 for 1 with the ground ball to third base. Lucas Nasanti came in to score on the RBI fielder's choice by Sebastian Fabic. Moving over from second to third is Jared Hurd, and Iverson was out on the 4-6. 0-1 pitch to Glass. He swings, line drive out into right field, and this one falls down for a base hit. Hurd comes in to score. Going to second base is Sebastian Fabic. A RBI single for Tanner Glass. Copperheads inching closer. They put on 2 here in the top of the 3rd inning. Jazz 7, Copperheads 2.
Well, that's a nice job by Glass, just not trying to do too much. Takes that pitch where it was on the outside part of the plate, just puts a nice swing on it, lines it out into right field. Nice easy trot home for Iverson, and the Copperheads chipping away. Now only a 5-run game.
Kyle Gammon being moved up in the order as the ball bounces away from the catcher Hatfield. This one will be a quote-unquote pass ball. A curveball not being able to be handled by Hatfield allows the runners to advance.
Yep, good read there by Fabic. He broke as soon as he saw it tip off the glove of Hatfield, and then following suit is Glass. So Kyle Gammon has had a big series so far. Chance to add on a couple more RBIs.
Gammon struck out his last time up looking as he takes the ball high. 2 balls and no strikes. Top of the 3rd inning, runners in scoring position for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Fabic on third, Tanner Glass on second. 2-0 pitch taken in for a called strike, 2-1. A 2-1 the count, 1 out, top of the 3rd. Pitch to Gammon, checks his swing, fouls it over near the Copperheads dugout, 2-2.
You've got to be protection mode here now for Gammon as you want to put this ball in play. As you see, good things have happened. The error was made by Giroux. Copperheads has strung together some hits. Just want to avoid the strikeout.
2-2 the count. Pitch to Gammon, swung on and fouled straight back over the press box. Count remains tied at 2. One down here in the top of the 3rd. 2 runners in scoring position. Kyle Gammon at the plate. 2-2 pitch from Roberts, swung on, soft line drive out into field. Should be a sacrifice fly. Tagging at third is Fabic. He comes in to score as the throw is cut off by the first baseman, Steffen. And now there are 2 outs, but 3 runs in the inning. Copperheads tack on 1 more. It's the Jazz 7, Copperheads 3.
A good swing there by Gammon with the 2 strikes. Just lifts the ball into the outfield to point another run as Copperheads were in desperate need of an inning like this. As we're starting to get away from them early on, but now you add 3, you're within grand slam range, as they say, only down by 4, and still a lot of ball game left to play, as we said earlier.
Pitch gets away from the catcher Hatfield, and now advancing from second to third is Tanner Glass. So Glass is on third base with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd inning. As Philip Glasser at the plate.
Well, that's big because Glass probably not guaranteed to score from second base on a base hit, but now he moves up to third, so a base hit will score him.
Fly ball deep out into right field. Right fielder Wickman eyes it up, makes one-hand grab, and signs retire. But up for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Get on the board. It's the Richmond Jazz 7, the Copperheads 3. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brand is so much more than you think. Rocky Brand is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit, and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Bottom of the third inning at McBride Stadium. Richmond Jazz 7, Copperheads 3. New man on the mound for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Micah Craighauser comes in to replace Nick Kaiser. Kaiser went 2 innings, allowed 7 hits, 7 runs, all of them earned, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Craighauser's last outing came against the Licking County Settlers, where he pitched 5 innings, started that game. First pitch from the lefty Micah Craighauser, in for a called strike to Noah Suarez, 0-1.
Craighauser just has to focus on throwing strikes here, trying to keep this deficit as it is, and try to log some innings here for the Copperheads.
0-1 pitch from Craighauser, misses high and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. But for Micah, no wins, 1 loss, a 2.8 ERA in 2 appearances on the mound. Second relief appearance. Gets Suarez ahead, swinging. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Took something off that pitch, and as you mentioned, got Suarez out in front. Nice job there from Craighauser, mixing it up. See where he decides to go with this next one.
Craighauser, 6 foot, 145 pounds, bounces a curveball in to the catcher Johnson. 2 balls and 2 strikes. But Craighauser drove a long way from Florida all the way up to Athens, Ohio to join the Southern Ohio Copperheads.
And played the same day.
He did against the Hamilton Joes, pitched 5 innings. 2-2 pitch misses outside, counters run full to Noah Suarez with nobody out in the bottom of the third inning.
Yeah, he's a competitive kid, what you want to see out of a pitcher. Wants to take the ball every day if he could.
Payoff pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. Gets Noah Suarez swinging. And for the first time today, the leadoff man is retired for the Richmond Jazz.
It's always a good weapon to have as a pitcher when you can throw a 3-2 changeup like that. Get the batter thinking fastball. He's way out in front of it. Good start there for Craighauser.
Well, Zach Giroux comes to the plate for the 3rd time today. It's the bottom of the 3rd inning, and Giroux has had at-bats in the 1st, 2nd, and now here in the 3rd. Giroux 1 for 1 with 2 runs scored and a walk. Takes the first pitch from Craighauser, in for a called strike, 0-1. For Craighauser, 10 1/3 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts, 4 walks, and has given up 16 hits. Gets Giroux swinging at a ball outside, 0-2.
That's something we didn't see from Kaiser the first couple innings. Not a lot of swings and misses. A lot of balls put in play and hit hard. But Craig Hauser has brought the good stuff so far.
0-2 pitch from Craig Hauser, misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two from Craig Hauser, swung on and fouled straight back to the fence. Count remains 1-2 to the batter, Zach Giroux. Giroux led off with a single in the first, where the Richmond Jazz scored 4 runs. Then in the bottom of the second inning, Richmond Jazz scored 3. Flare out into right field. Sebastian Fabic sliding feet first to make the catch right on the foul line for the second out here in the bottom of the third inning.
Yeah. Slide there for good measure by Fabic as he comes charging in to make a nice play out there. As mentioned all season long, Copperheads outfield very solid defensively, showing up once again. Nice play there from the right fielder.
So now 2 outs. First 2 recorded by Micah Craighauser. Again, comes in to replace Nick Kaiser. And Jake Burlingame at the plate. Burlingame 1 for 1 today with 2 runs scored and a walk. And an RBI double in the first. Takes first pitch for a ball, 1-0. Burlingame with the 2 runs scored, walked, came around to score in the second. Takes a 1-0 pitch inside, 2 balls and no strikes.
Yep, looks like Craig Hauser trying to jam Burlingame. First 2 pitches, fastballs taken inside. Trying to own that inside part of the plate.
2-0 pitch, swung on and fouled off near the Copperheads dugout, 2-1. Well, Copperheads, still a lot of baseball to play in this ball game. Bottom of the third inning, only trailing now by 4. 2-1 pitch taken at the knees for a called strike by Micah Craighauser, and now Craighauser has a count tied at 2.
Some early scoring as well in the other game. Cincinnati and Licking County tied at 3 in the bottom of the third inning.
2-2 pitch misses outside. Count is run full to the batter, Jake Burlingame.
Of course, the winner of that game will clinch a playoff spot for themselves. They clinch the number 1 seed.
3-2 pitch taken just high and maybe a bit inside. Full count walk for Jake Burlingame. Almost a 1-2-3 inning for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. But Ryan Wickman will be brought up to the plate.
Yeah, the Jazz are happy anytime they get Wickman another chance to hit, as he's had a good series for him. Already has an RBI double early on.
Craig Hauser, lefty, pitching from the stretch for the first time, misses high and outside to the batter, Ryan Wickman. 1-0. Wickman in today's game, well, said this stat line before, but 1 for 1 with a walk and 2 runs scored. 1-0 pitch taken inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Well, Wickman with an RBI double back in the second inning. 2-0 pitch down the middle for a called strike, 2-1. Runner on first here in the bottom of the third inning. Jazz 7, Copperheads 3. Craig Hauser stares over to first. Now the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball over to Phil Glasser, the shortstop. He goes the easy way to second base for the third out. Fielder's choice for Ryan Wickman. And it's a 1-2-3-4 inning for Micah Craighauser. No runs coming in the bottom of the third for the Richmond Jazz. We head to the top of the fourth inning. Joe Medora will have you covered on play-by-play for the middle innings. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are proud supporters of Copperheads baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details,
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Top of the fourth inning here in Richmond, Indiana, in this winner go home ball game for the Copperheads. They trail at 7-3, currently fell behind 7-0 after the first two innings, but were able to scratch across 3 runs in the top of the third to only be trailing by 4 as leadoff batter Tanner Johnson looks at the first pitch. It's a called strike, 0-1. As Eric Roberts' start is over for the Richmond Jazz. Both starters exiting early. It's now a bullpen ball game for the rest of this one. As a 0-1 pitch to Tanner Johnson is swung on and fouled back into the screen behind home plate. 0-2 the count now as it's Cheney Morgan, the new pitcher, making his 6th appearance on the year, all in relief. A 7.96 ERA and 9 2/3 innings pitched, 8 hits allowed, 15 strikeouts. Pauses, 0-2 pitch to Tanner Johnson, swung on and fly down the deep right center field, heading over to center fielder Burlingame, and that ball will be hauled in the alley. Down around the 350 sign in right center field. Tanner Johnson gave it a ride, but it's a long out number 1 to start the 4th inning.
Well, Johnson has shown flares of his power, but just hasn't been able to put one over the wall yet this season. He's got a big bat. At one point, time's running out. I expect him to hit a little power in the near future.
So now it'll be Daniel Cruz. He's 0 for 1 so far in this one, grounded out the third in his first at-bat, but that was against Eric Roberts, first time facing Morgan as he swings at the first pitch and fouls it over the first base dugout, out of play. 0-1 the count to the Copperheads' third baseman. As the final line for Roberts will not be able to pick up a victory. Went 3 innings, giving up 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned as a 0-1 pitch misses high to Daniel Cruz, evens up the count at 1. But he walked 1 batter and struck out 2. As Morgan comes set, the 1-1 home to Daniel Cruz, swings right through the fastball for a strike. Cruz now down in the count 1-2.
Now Cruz will just have to stay in, try to battle. Copperheads scored 3 runs in the top of the third. Look to try and keep that momentum and try to get back into this one.
Cheney Morgan comes set. The 1-2 to Daniel Cruz is swung on and popped up right side of the infield. Moving over is the first baseman, Steffen, in foul ground. He's still trying to track it down. He will squeeze it with 2 hands on the run. Had to travel a long way to get it, but the first baseman, Steffen's able to haul it in, and Morgan retires the first 2 Cheds batters he faces 2 away here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, just a nice play by Steffen, showing a lot of range in foul territory. There's a lot of range to show in foul territory here at McBride Stadium. But a solid defensive play by Steffen to track that ball down.
So now it'll be Lucas Nasanti. He started off the rally the Copperheads had in the 3rd inning when they plated 3 runs with a infield single to lead off the inning. He's 1 for 1 as he swings and lines that one out in the left field. Backing up is the left fielder Antoine. He will make the catch on the back pedal to retire the side. Quick inning for Morgan. He retires the Copperheads in order, 1-2-3 as we head into the bottom of the 4th inning. Jazz coming up the bat with a 7-3 lead right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmortine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi, in addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens. Live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's uptown or the tap room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Micah Craighauser on for his second inning in relief as he came in following Nick Kaiser, the starter, only went 2 innings, allowing 7 runs. Copperheads trail it 7-3. As the first pitch of the inning to Mike Steffen, misses low and outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Steffen is 2 for 2 so far in the ballgame with 3 RBIs. Off to a hot start. The 1-0 pitch from Craighauser swung on and fly deep down the line in right field. Heading back at the right fielder, Fabic back at the wall, and they will one-hop the wall. Heading into second base is Mike Steffen. A good throw from Fabic, but not in time as Steffen goes in sliding with a leadoff double in the bottom of the fourth inning. 3 for 3 is Mike Steffen in his first 3 at-bats.
Yeah, Steffen's really been swinging a hot bat in today's game. 3 RBIs already on the day. 1 run already scored. He's just decimating Copperheads pitching today.
So with that, Caleb Meeks will dig in next. He's 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single so far. First time he's facing Craighauser in this one. That's the first hit Craighauser has allowed in relief. First pitch into Meeks, catches the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Craighauser had a shutout inning back in the third. The first inning, the Jazz did not score in. They put it 4 in the first and 3 in the second. But threatening to add on another here. The 0-1 pitch misses high and outside to Meeks for a ball. Evens up the count at 1. But Mike Steffen, second in the GLSCL in RBIs, having a day in his last game of the season as the 1-1 pitch is chopped off the end of the bat of Caleb Meeks in foul territory. 1-2 the count now. Richmond Jazz have nothing to play for other than the fact of possibly playing spoilers to the Copperhead season as they're in last place in the GLSCL South Division, eliminated from playoff contention. The 1-2 pitch is a breaking ball in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Johnson. Evens up the count at 2.
Now, the 3 teams who really do have something to play for, the Settlers and the Steam. Settlers took a 4-3 lead over the Cincinnati Steam as that game's in the bottom of the 4th.
2-2 home is grounded out towards the shortstop Phil Glasser. Moving up to third is Steffen. The throw will go to first base, and it'll be in time to retire Caleb Meeks. First out of the inning recorded, but now a runner just 90 feet away from scoring with 1 away.
Oh, good play by Glasser. Getting the ball on the run, tossing over, a strong throw. He's done that all season long. Played a great defense for the Copperheads.
So with that, it will be Zach Steitler digging in next. He's hitless in the ball game so far, 0 for 2, as the infield is now drawn in for the Copperheads, trying to cut down that runner at third. Craighauser working out of the stretch. First pitch of Steitler is roped down the third baseline, but foul. It'll be an 0-1 count. As now the 0-1 pitch is grounded back up the middle, past the drawn in infield and out in the center field for a base hit. RBI single for Zach Steitler, plates Mike Steffen. And the Jazz add another run onto their lead. It's 8-3 now.
As soon as Steffen reached the base paths, you knew that it was going to be tough not to have him come around and score. Just 1 run, but the Copperheads, still a lot of time left to go.
As will be Cole Antle up next. He has had an RBI base hit in this one, 1 for 2. As the first pitch into him will miss inside for a ball, 1-0 the count. As a runner on first with one away in the bottom of the fourth inning, 8-3. Jazz lead now. If the Jazz beat the Copperheads, Copperheads season is over as this is the last regular season game. 1-0 pitch is swung on and fouled back into the catcher Tanner Johnson by the batter Cole Antle. Count even at 1.
They really see where the Copperheads' heads are at. They're going for the postseason. It'll be a fun finish.
The 1-1 pitch misses inside for a ball. 2-1 the count now to Antle.
But always tough. They got the 3 runs in. Only down by 5. Big chance here to continue and try to get back into the game. Just need to sit them down here.
2-1 pitch. Runner goes. Pitch fouled up towards the press box. Here at McBrien Stadium will be an even 2-2 count now to Cole Antle. As trotting back to first base is Zach Steitler. The RBI for him was number 13 on the season. Here comes a 2-2 pitch from Craig Hauser home. Swung on and lined out into left center field, going back to center fielder Nasanti as well as Jared Hurd. And that one will one-hop the wall out towards the 375 sign of right center field. Being held up at third base is Zach Steitler. A good relay throw from Nasanti, and Phil Glasser keeps him from scoring, but a one-out double for Cole Antle. Now 2 more Richmond Jazz in scoring position with still only 1 out.
Now batting number 23.
The Richmond Jazz are not laying off at all. Micah Craighauser is a good pitch, but a better swing by Cole Antle. Drive down almost near the 375 mark in left center fields. 2 outs, just need 1 more to get out of it.
1 out in the inning. Infield drawn in with the runners on second and third. Mitches high and outside for a ball, 1-0.
Scoreboard had me messed up there. They're also down by a run, too.
As Craig Hauser working out of the stretch to Austin Hatfield as he swings out in front of the 1-0 pitch for a strike. 1-1 the count now. Hatfield 0 for 1 in the ball game with a walk. Came in batting .313. But a chance to add on to this Jazz lead. 1-1 pitch lined out into center field, and that will get down for a base hit. 1 run is coming in to score. Here comes a second run as the throw will go into second base, and Hatfield will have a 2 RBI base hit. RBIs 13 and 14 for him on the year, and the Jazz have opened it back up to a 7-run cushion. It's 10-3.
Richmond Jazz, after losing the first 2 games, are pouring on the offense here in today's game. It's been a hard one to watch.
Noah Suarez 0 for 2 in the ball game with a runner on first base. Still just 1 out as he looks to pick up his first knock. First pitch from Craig Hauser, breaking ball, misses low and inside for a ball blocked by the catcher Johnson. 1-0 the count. But it's been an offensive barrage for the Jazz through this first 4 innings. Already 10 runs up on the board as that pitch grounded towards third baseman Cruz on to second for 1, back over to first, and that will be in time on the stretch for Tanner Glass for the double play, but not before the Jazz add on 3 more runs to push the lead back out to 7. It's 10-3 here in Richmond, Indiana. Copperheads need a win to make the postseason as we will come back in the top of the 5th inning right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Rocky Brands is so much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit, and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richmond Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood with Ohio.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Top 5, Copperheads need to get the bats going here soon as they trail at 10-3, trying to avoid missing the postseason for the first time since 2007. From 2008 to 2018, Copperheads have been in the playoffs every year of the GLSCL. As will be the top of the order due up. First pitch to Jared Hurd. Catches the outside part of the plate for a strike, 0-1. Remaining on the mound is Cheney Morgan for the Richmond Jazz, as his 0-1 pitch misses inside to Jared Hurd, evens up the count at 1. Hurd on the day, 1 for 1. Started off the ball game with a single up the middle and walked in his other plate appearance. Trying to spark a rally here for the Copperheads and put a dent into this deficit. The 1-1 breaking ball catches at the knees of Jared Hurd for a strike. He's down in the count 1-2 now. The Copperheads had the deficit down to 4. It was 7-3 before the Jazz scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th. 1-2 pitch from Morgan misses up high to Jared Hurd for a ball. Evens up the count at 2.
Well, if you're going to start a rally, you might as well start it with your leadoff man. Hurd has been great this season, and follow him up with Iverson and Fabic. See if they can string something together.
The 2-2 to Hurd. He swings right through the fastball for strike 3. Morgan picks up his first strikeout in relief. Leadoff man retired in the top of the 5th.
A really good pitch from Cheney Morgan. Fastball on the outside. Just got Hurd swinging at it.
So now it'll be Zach Iverson, who's 0 for 2 so far in the ball game. His first time facing Morgan this one. First pitch into him comes in on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. As the 0-1 pitch now from Morgan will be taken in the dirt by Zach Iverson. Evens up the count at 1. Has already 11 hits and 10 runs for the Jazz in this ball game, as they've been seeing the Copperheads pitching very well through the first 4 innings. Copperheads just 3 runs on 3 hits. The 1-1 pitch into Iverson misses a little bit high and outside for a ball. 2-1 the count now. As the other game that has playoff implications in the South Division is the Licking County Settlers and the Cincinnati Steam. They're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Settlers winning 4-3. If the Settlers win, they would take first place and earn the home field advantage. As the 2-1 pitch is swung on and flied out into shallow left field. Heading over is the left fielder Antle, but he'll run out of room. The ball bounces foul. And now the count will be even 2-2 to Iverson. But if the Cincinnati Steam were to come back and win in that game, they, of course, would take first place and have home field advantage. Both of those teams would make the playoffs if the result here remains the same and the Copperheads lose to the Richmond Jazz. But Iverson back in the left-handed batter's box. Morgan towing the rubber. He's set. Here comes a 2-2 pitch into Zach Iverson. He swings and grounds it towards the shortstop, Giroux. He'll field it on a couple hops, throw it over to first base, throw a little bit high, but staying on the bag is Mike Steffen. He makes a stretch, and Zach Iverson is retired. First two Copperheads are out here at the top of the fifth. Sebastian Fabic will try to keep the inning alive.
Iverson working a good at-bat, put the bat on the ball. Just couldn't drive it somewhere, ground ball over towards short. Like you said, the throw from Giroux just a bit high, but did the job to get the out.
Well, Fabic's 0 for 2 in the ball game. He reached on a fielder's choices last time. It did score a run for an RBI for him. RBI 36 on the year for Fabic. First pitch into him from Morgan is a breaking ball taken over the plate for a strike, 0-1. But Fabic third in the GLSCO in RBIs this season, and of course leads the Copperheads team as the 0-1 pitch is swung and flied out in the deep right field, going back the right fielder at the wall, and it gets over for a home run. Sebastian Fabic with home run number 5 on the season, opposite field to right. Copperheads chipping away at this one. It's now 10-4 on the homer from Fabic.
Well, again, Copperhead scoring with 2 outs. Slowly getting back into this one. Fabic battling all season long. Continues to battle here with the Copperheads' backs up against the wall.
An impressive opposite field homer by Fabic, as it's now a 10-4 score. Copperheads trail by 6. Tanner Glass is due up next. First pitch into him is a breaking ball taken up high for a ball, 1-0. But Fabic extends his team lead in home runs. Now leads by 2 with 5. And RBI number 37 for him on the year as the 1-0 pitch comes in for a strike to Tanner Glass, 1-1. Glass is 1 for 2 in the ball game. Had an RBI base hit his last time up. The 1-1 pitch into him is a breaking ball, bounces in the dirt. Glass takes it for a ball, 2-1 the count now. But Sebastian Fabic continues his impressive season with the Copperheads this summer. That's his second home run in this series. A 2-1 pitch to Tanner Glass, misses high and inside for a ball. Glass in the driver's seat now at 3-1.
Glass good, taking the ball high and inside. Nice eye. Ball has a lot of bite from Morgan. Does have to be disciplined, see a lot of pitches, and just try to keep on working off of them.
A 3-1 pitch from Morgan is swung on and fouled back behind home plate. Big swing from Glass, but just underneath it. Count runs full with 2 away in the top of the fifth. Full count pitch to Tanner Glass, runs inside for ball 4. He draws a 2-out walk. So after a easy start to the inning for Morgan, couple of quick outs, he gives up the home run and the walk. Copperheads trying to continue the 2-out rally here.
Well, again, 2 outs. Copperheads just continue to figure out ways to come across and score. They got the home run from Fabic. Other ball games during the series, sometimes the 2 outs, they didn't even have a hit. Come around to score on a pass ball, a wild pitch, a walk, a hit by pitch, where they find ways to get the job done.
The first pitch to Kyle Gammon is taken for a strike, 0-1. Gammon 0 for 1 with a strikeout, had a sac fly, RBI his last time up. The 0-1 pitch from Morgan comes right down the middle for a strike. Gammon quickly down in the count, 0-2 with 2 away. Runner on first. Jazz lead the Copperheads 10-4.
Gammon will just have to keep this inning going, try to spark something with 2 outs.
The 0-2 pitch in from Morgan is taken high and inside by Gammon for a ball. Runs the count to 1-2.
Morgan tried to go with 3 straight fastballs, all trying to blow by Kyle Gammon, but misses high and inside on the last one.
The 1-2 to Gammon. Breaking ball taken, strike 3 called. Gammon gets frozen for his second strikeout of the ball game as the side retired in the top of the fifth. Copperheads add 1 on the solo homer from Fabic. Still a 6-run deficit, 10-4, heading into the bottom of the fifth. They're listening to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richmond Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood with Ohio Realty. She will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region, Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh is focused on helping our clients secure their financial future. What's your plan? Give us a call at 594-8385.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Bottom of the fifth inning. Micah Craighauser out for his third inning in relief as he gave up 3 runs last inning, trying to settle down a little bit. In this bottom of the fifth inning, top of the order, due up for the Richmond Jazz. They've been attacking the baseball so far in this one. First pitch into Giroux. Bounces in the dirt for a ball. 1-0, but already 10 runs on 11 hits through the first 4 times at the plate for the Jazz, looking to continue to pour it on and squander the Copperheads' playoff hopes. Here comes a 1-0 pitch to Giroux, misses high and outside for a ball, 2-0.
Yeah, 2 ways for the Copperheads to get into the postseason. One way, the way the Copperheads control the destiny, is winning today's game.
It's 2-0 pitch to Giroux, to the called strike right down the middle, 2-1.
And their second way, with help, was thwarted yesterday by the Cincinnati Steam. The Settlers would have had to sweep the Steam, and Copperheads taking 2 out of 3 here, but that's no longer the option.
2-1 pitch bounces on the inside part of the plate for a ball. 3-1 the count now to Giroux as he swings to the 3-1 pitch, grounds it over towards third. Daniel Cruz fields it on the high hop. Strong throw over to first to retire him in time. Nice smooth play from Cruz out there at third base. Leadoff man retired in the bottom of the fifth.
Really, really strong throw from Daniel Cruz, almost as deep as you can be for fielding a fair ball and throwing out the runner. Cruz again showing off the glove, showing off the arm as he has been all season long.
So now it'll be Jake Burlingame, who's 1 for 1 with a couple of walks so far in the ball game. First pitch into him from Craighauser is a curveball for a strike, 0-1. As the 0-1 pitch is another breaking ball. This one misses just a bit below the knees for a ball. 1-1 the count, but Burlingame, his one hit was a big one. It was an RBI double. As he swings at the 1-1 pitch and fouls it off himself in the box, Craighauser has him down in the count 1-2.
This is exactly what Craighauser needs to do. Continue throwing strikes, touch the outside parts of the plate, just find out ways to get strikes and see what happens.
As he relieves Nick Kaiser, the starting pitcher, only went 2 innings for the Copperheads in this one. Craighauser trying to eat up some innings for the Copperheads here. As the 1-2 pitch into Burlingame is a breaking ball. That ball is crushed out to right field. If it's fair, it's gone, and that one hits off the tree out there deep out into right field. And it's out of here. Solo shot off the bat of Burlingame. As they get the run back, they gave up in the top of the fifth. And it's now 11-4 here in Richmond.
Yeah, that was a no-doubter. Fair or foul, but that one was crushed to hit the tree all the way down that line. That is an absolute bomb from Burlingame.
So now a home run in this inning for both sides as Burlingame crushes that one out to right field. This will be Ryan Wickman. First pitch into him, misses outside for a ball, 1-0. 4th home run on the season for Jake Burlingame. As a 1-0 pitch into Wickman is swung on and fouled back behind home plate. Count will be even at 1. But just every time the Copperheads try to start to put a dent into that lead, the Jazz are up to the task to answer. As the lead is back up to 7, as the 1-1 pitch grounded out towards the shortstop, Phil Glasser fields it cleanly, throw on to first, pulls Tanner Glass off the bag, and Ryan Wickman will be safe. That's a tough play from Glasser. It was a long throw over to first, and Wickman was digging it up the line. We'll see how that one will be scored.
Now batting, number 7, Mike.
Yeah, just a long throw from Phil Glasser in the hole on the left side. He's got the strong arm, had the time to throw it quick, and just went a little up the first base line for Glass to try and get it.
The error is charged to Tanner Glass on that one, as the first pitch into Mike Steffen is a strike, 0-1. Steffen's had a hot day at the plate, 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs, has scored 2 runs as the 0-1 pitch gets away from the catcher Tanner Johnson in the dirt, and moving up to second base is Ryan Wickman. He'll be in scoring position now with just 1 away against a very dangerous hitter in Mike Steffen.
Well, Steffen has just crushed the ball as well. Probably not as far as Jake Burlingame, but he's crushed the ball nonetheless. 3 hits in today's game, 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs.
As the 1-1 pitch is swung, and that one is blasted down the line in left field, hooking, and it will go foul to the left of the foul pole. Had the distance for another home run, but it bends foul. It'll just be a long strike, 1-2 the count now to Steffen.
Yeah, just a very long strike. Craig House will have to just put that out of his mind. Dial in here and throw a good pitch. Try to get Steffen out for the first time today.
Up in the count, 1-2. Breaking ball swung on and popped foul up the first baseline. Charging after it is the first baseman Glass, but he'll run out of room. Ball gets out of play. Count remain 1-2. As the runner on second base, 1 away, 11-4 lead for the Richmond Jazz as they try to continue to add on to the lead. Craig Hauser's 1-2 pitch is taken just outside for a ball. Count will run even to Mike Steffen at 2.
Good looking breaking ball from Micah, and just a little outside, a pitch that could have gone either way.
Craig Hauser trying to retire Steffen for the first time in this ball game. Here comes a 2-2 pitch, swung on and again fouled back by Steffen, being a tough out here with 1 away. Count staying at 2-2.
Well, nothing has been easy for the Copperheads pitchers today. Kaiser came in, got lit up a little bit, gave up the 7 runs in the 2 innings. And then Micah here is finding some difficulty in back-to-back innings, 3 runs.
That's 2-2 pitch, chased in the dirt, strike 3, swinging by Steffen as the ball bounces away from Glass, but he'll pick it up and fire a strike over to first base to retire Mike Steffen, give a put out to Tanner Glass. 2 away now, runner remains at second base.
You know, the 3 runs in the 4th and the 1 run here in the 5th. It's just been a difficult day for pitching. Micah will have to eat up some innings and try to settle things down.
So now Caleb Meeks will be tasked with trying to keep the bottom of the 5th inning alive for the Jazz, as that runner still out in scoring position on second base. With 2 away, Meeks 1 for 3 with the single on the day. First pitch into him from Craig Hauser is a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. That's a long look in from Craig Hauser to the catcher Johnson, gets the signal he wants. Now the 0-1 pitch will again catch the low outside corner. And quickly down in the count is Meeks, 0-2.
Just a quick update, Settlers 5, Steam 3.
Yeah, it's a 0-2 pitch. Misses outside for a ball, 1-2 the count now.
And just as I said, that score changes anyway. 6-3 lead for the Licking County Settlers now.
Craig Hauser trying to retire the side in this 5th inning. 1-2 pitches. Curveball misses up high. evens up the count at 2. But it's an 11-4 lead for the Richmond Jazz, trying to end the Copperheads season. Copperheads season ends if they lose this one, as 2-2 pitches pop foul down the right field line, heading over towards the foul line of Sebastian Fabic, but he's unable to get there in time. Ball falls in for a foul ball. It'll be another 2-2 pitch to Caleb Meeks.
Yeah, a lot of foul territory down the right field line, and Fabic kind of eased up as he reached near the bullpen for the Copperheads. Didn't want to run into there and run into the guys over there.
So the count remains 2-2. Standing out on second base is Ryan Wickman. Here comes a pitch. It'll be taken. Strike 3 called. Caleb Meeks gets rung up for the final out of the inning, but the Richmond Jazz add another run on the solo shot to deep right field off the bat of Jake Burlingame. It's 11-4 as we head into the top of the 6th inning right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are proud supporters of Copperheads baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Ball Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities,
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Top of the 6th inning, Copperheads got some work to do to get back in this ball game. They trail 11-4. As another new man on the mound for the Richmond Jazz will be Seth Pritchett as he comes in to relief for Chaney Morgan. His first pitch will miss outside to Phil Glasser for a ball, 1-0. Morgan currently in line for the victory if the result stays the same. He went 2 innings, allowed a hit, 1 run. It was earned, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. As a 1-0 pitch to Phil Glasser misses low and outside for a ball. Glasser up in the count now, 2-0. But Pritchett on the year, a 1-5 record with a 5.70 ERA. As a 2-0 pitch into Phil will be a called strike. 2-1 the count now. Making his 11th appearance, 9 of them being starts. Only his second time coming in out of the bullpen. As a 2-1 pitch to Glasser, swung on and rolled over to the first baseman, Steffen. He'll field on a hop, take it to the bag himself to retire the retire the first batter faced here in the top of the 6th inning, 1 away.
just an easy ground ball over for Steffen to get it. Took a nice easy hop into his glove and wasn't too far away from first base just to tag the bag.
As Pritchett has faced the Copperheads early on in the summer, he got a loss, going 4 1/3, allowing 4 runs, 2 earned, 6 hits, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. His first pitch into Tanner Johnson misses outside for a ball, 1-0. Copperheads, you've said it many times on the broadcast, need a victory to make the postseason in the GLSCL. 1-0 pitch, Tanner Johnson hits the same spot as the last pitch, outside and low for a ball, 2-0.
When Copperheads are at their best, they're working pitchers deep into counts, seeing a lot of balls, fouling it off, and
as Johnson swings and chops foul, the 2-0 pitch, 2-1 the count now.
they strike when the time is right. And Copperheads just have been unable to work their full counts and really work away on base, try to string something together.
2-1 pitch to Tanner Johnson, swung on and popped up into the outfield, left field. Heading over is the center fielder Burlingame. He'll make the catch in left center field. And two down here in the top of the 6th inning, as we'll take a 2-out hit from Daniel Cruz to keep this inning alive.
Well, Cruz having a little tough bit of a series. 0 for 6 in yesterday's ball game, but watched him during batting practice, flew out of balls deep out into left fields. See if it translates here in today's game.
Cruz is 0 for 2 so far in the ball game. Jumps on the first pitch fastball, but hits it foul down the third baseline. 0-1 the count.
Well, Cruz does have a little pop in the bat. 3 home runs this season.
The 0-1 pitch from Pritchett into Cruz is taken up high for a ball. Evens up the count at 1 with 2 away in the top of the 6th inning. Jazz 11, Copperheads 4. The 1-1 pitch into Daniel Cruz is swung on and fouled back into the screen behind home plate. Cruz now down in the count 1-2. As Pritchett back up on the rubber, ready to deal the 1-2 pitch. Home to Daniel Cruz with 2 away. Breaking ball called, strike 3 on the inside corner. Daniel Cruz didn't like it. He thought the pitch was inside, but he gets rung up. Strike 3. Side set down in order for the Copperheads in the top of the 6th inning as we head into the bottom of the 6th. Richmond Jazz still leading by 7, 11-4 right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Ball Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.ballgreenmortine.com.
You will be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with the free complimentary breakfast, high-definition television in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi. In addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens, live the life. Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Jazz lead 11-4 here in the bottom of the 6th inning, as will be 6, 7, and 8 due up as the first pitch into the leadoff batter, Zach Steitler, is fouled away down the left field line. 0-1. As Craig Hauser working fast, the 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball lined out into shallow center field. Charging in is the center fielder Nasanti. He will make the catch on the run to retire Steitler. 2 pitches to retire the first out of the inning here in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, just a nice make-up ground by Lucas Nasanti. First up was back, everything was right, and then charged in to make the catch.
So Steitler is sat down. Cole Antle digging in 2 for 3 with an RBI so far in this one, as only one batter for the Jazz does not have a hit so far in this ball game. First pitch into Antle was a breaking ball. He takes it low for a ball, 1-0. As the sun is setting here in Richmond, Indiana, the 1-0 pitch misses inside for a ball. 2-0 the count now. And the lights are on here at the stadium. The 2-0 pitch will bounce in the dirt, and now it's a 3-0 count to Cole Antle. as Craig Hauser looking to avoid his second walk of his outing so far. He's been through 3 1/3 innings in relief. But now a little time to wait for the ball boy to get back into the dugout. Craig Hauser back up on the mound. The 3-0 pitch into Antle will catch the strike zone. He thought he might have had ball 4. But pitch is called a strike. 3-1 the count now.
No, good strike located right underneath the letters. Strike any day.
3-1 pitch is now fouled off the end of the bat up the first baseline after falling behind 3-0. Craig Hauser trying to battle back. Full count in the at-bat with 1 away. As Antle digs back into the box, Craig Hauser will wind up. The full count pitch home is taken in the dirt. Excuse me, there was only 2 balls in the at-bat. It'll be a full count now to Cole Antle.
Yeah, the scoreboard is lagging behind the game.
But the full count pitch is swung on and missed in the dirt. Tanner Johnson applies the tag to the batter Antle. Craig Hauser gets a strikeout. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 6th.
Oh, just a nice ball that Cole Antle chased after. It bounced in the dirt. Ball looked pretty good from Craig Hauser until it just took a turn down.
As that is the 4th strikeout for Craig Hauser in his outing so far, trying to get through his 4th inning. It'll be Austin Hatfield due up next. He's 1 for 2 with a couple of RBIs. Had an RBI single his last time up. First pitch breaking ball comes right down the middle for a strike, 0-1. As the 0-1 pitch in the Hatfield is swung on and lofted out into center field. Lucas Nasanti looks to have a beat on it. He will make the catch with one hand, and the side's retired in the bottom of the 6th. 1-2-3. The Copperheads have 9 outs to work with, trying to battle back from a 7-run deficit. It'll be Connor Mills on the play-by-play for the rest of the game. When we return right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brand is so much more than you think. Rocky Brand is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit, and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop in.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Top of the 7th inning here at McBride Stadium in Richmond, Indiana, where the Southern Ohio Copperheads trail the Richmond Jazz by a score of 11-4. Leading things off for the Copperheads, Lucas Nasanti trying to do a little drag bunt, trying to run it out, but take the ball for a called strike, 0-1. Nasanti in the game, 1 for 2. With a single in the 3rd, came around to score a run. Pitch misses outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Remaining on the mound, Seth Pritchett. 1-1 pitch from Pritchett. Misses outside again, 2 balls and 1 strike. Copperheads in must-win mode for their season to continue. Only 9 outs remaining before the season comes to a close. 2-1 pitch swung on and fouled straight back over the press box. Count is even at 2-2.
Well, we have seen this Copperheads team get really hot, especially late in ball games as of late. So don't count them out of this thing yet. They're going to battle to the very end.
2-2 pitch misses inside. A curveball from Pritchett. Counters run full to the leadoff batter here in the top of the 7th inning, Lucas Nasanti. The payoff pitch swung on, line drive down the line, and fair ball. Nasanti rounding first. He will jog into second base as now the left fielder Antle has it. And it's a leadoff double for Lucas Nasanti here in the top of the 7th. Copperheads are in business.
Yeah, Nasanti got inside of that ball, yanked it down the line, kept it just fair down the left field line, rolling into the corner, trots into second base with an easy double. And that's how rallies start. You just got to pick up 1 hit and hope they start to string together.
And that ball must have landed right on the line. That is as close to a foul ball as possible, but called fair by the home plate umpire Kyle George. It's a leadoff double by Lucas Nasanti, and the top of the lineup comes around for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Jared Hurd at the plate. In the ball game today, 1 for 2 with a run scored, a walk and a strikeout. Average at .298, right on the cusp of 300. Where Hurd will look to get RBI number 28 with Nasanti on second base. First pitch taken in for a called strike by Hurd, 0-1. A look around the league. Licking County Settlers top of the 6th there as they have a 6-3 lead over the Cincinnati Steam. 0-1 pitch to Hurd, misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. If everything holds off the way that it is, it'll be Licking County and the Cincinnati Steam, the top 2 teams in the South Division, would push them through to the postseason. Pritchett checks back to second. Now the 1-1 pitch. A cue shot over towards third. Fielded by the third baseman Meeks. The throw not in time, and it's an infield single. Meeks just took his time over on third base, did not charge in and tried to get the ball. Hurd was busting out of the box, and he beats out the infield single. 2 runners on base for the Copperheads in the top of the 7th.
I think Hurd wanted that above 300 average as he cued that one over towards third base. And as you mentioned, Meeks is kind of really nonchalant about it. Took his time, took a couple of crow hops towards first. Threw a strike over there, but just not in time to retire the speedy Hurd.
Lucas Nasanti led things off with the ball down the left field line. Jared Hurd followed suit with a single. And now 2 men on base, nobody out. Top of the 7th, Iverson at the plate, takes a first pitch outside for ball 1. For the lefty Iverson, 0 for 3 in today's ball game. One-zero pitch from Pritchett, swung on and fouled off towards the left side and out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, Copperheads have been scoring a lot of runs late in innings, especially against the Licking County Settlers during the 3-game series. Lost 2 games of 3 to be where they're at right now, fighting for a spot in the postseason. 1-1 from Pritchett, misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Look for Iverson to try to look for a pitch to drive here up in the count. Got a couple runners on. As you got some momentum going for you right now with the back-to-back hits.
2-1 the count, nobody out. Seth Pritchett's pitch swung on and missed by Zach Iverson. Now the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Iverson is a little bit out in front of that fastball. Pulled his head out. Just got to stay down. Try to protect here with 2 strikes, put a ball in play.
2-2 count. Iverson trying to put the Copperheads back on the board for the first time since the 5th. The 2-2 pitch, high and away. Ball 3, count is run full to the batter, Zach Iverson.
Yep, Pritchett's breaking ball there. Just got away from nice easy take there for Iverson. Now you got a payoff pitch. Here, got to Base hit, ball 4. Just got to keep this train rolling, keep getting runners on.
3 balls, 2 strikes, and nobody out. Top of the 7th inning. Copperheads 4, Jazz 11. Payoff pitch swung on, a fly ball to center field. Freezing at first was the center fielder Burlingame. Now takes a couple steps into the ball, falls down. The ball falls down into center field. Nobody found the ball. Burlingame had no idea where that ball was. Ansel was ranging in closer. He saw where it was, but could not get there in time. It's a seeing eye hit for Zach Iverson, and now the bases are loaded with nobody out in the top of the 7th inning.
I mean, you'll take it. You're a Copperhead fan. I mean, that ball falls in. It looked like Burlingame had it lined up pretty well, but then it just falls about 5-10 feet to his right in dead center field. Will be a hit for Iverson. Obviously not an error. It didn't hit anybody's glove, but
a mental error maybe, or just a...
Guess he lost it up there in the stadium lights.
Bases are loaded with nobody out, top of the 7th inning, and Sebastian Fabic at the plate. Fabic's last time up hit a solo home run down the right field line. Takes first pitch for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes, and nobody out. Copperheads have been looking for a spark in this game. They scored 3 in the top of the 3rd at only 1 cent. 1-0 pitch, curveball taken in for a called strike, 1-1.
Yeah, and Fabic had a chance with the bases loaded early in this ball game, but just got a fielder's choice RBI. As he put a good swing on a ball last time up, see if he can keep that approach in this at-bat and try to add on a couple RBIs with a base hit this time.
The 1-1 delivery to Sebastian Fabic, swung on and missed. Now Fabic's behind in the count, 1-2.
Yep, just a little bit out in front of that breaking pitch. It's Fabic down 1-2, going to have to shorten up, try to sit back on that pitch.
Now 1-2 the count, no outs, top of the 7th. Copperheads postseason hopes on the line. The 1-2 pitch just got a piece of it and found it back to the backstop. 1-2 the count remains.
Yeah, similar pitch, similar location. Fabic waits back just enough to get a piece of it this time around. See if the pitcher Pritchett will opt to go to a 3rd straight curveball here as Fabic timed it up a little better second time around.
The 1-2 pitch from Pritchett, curveball, ground ball over towards short. DeRose has it, underhand toss to second for 1. The throw over to first in time. It's a double play, so Fabic does not get an RBI. However, 1 run comes in to score. It's the Jazz 11 and Copperheads 5.
Yeah, a bit of a backbreaker there if you're the Copperheads, as yes, you do score the run to cut the deficit down to 6 now, but not the situation you want a double play, and Fabic was hustling it down the line. Thought he might have beat it out, but just retired by a half step.
Now 2 outs, runner on 3rd here in the top of the 7th inning. At the plate, Tanner Glass, first pitch, he swings and fouls it straight back. 0-1. But it is a rally killer right there, the double play. Yes, the RBI comes in, like you said, but a chance at a big inning has suddenly dwindled. 0-1 pitch misses low, a curveball from Pritchett, 1-1. Standing on 3rd base is Jared Hurd. Lucas Nasanti came in to score on the double play by Sebastian Fabic. And now the 1-1 pitch taken on the outside corner for a called strike, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 7th. Copperheads with the runner 90 feet away from scoring. They'll need a little bit more than that. The 1-2 pitch taken by Glass, low and in the dirt, 2 balls and 2 strikes. For Tanner Glass in the game, 1 for 2 with a walk and an RBI. A chance now for RBI number 12. 1-2 pitch, curveball, ground ball over towards the dugout of the Richmond Jazz. Count remains at 2-2.
Yep, Glass hanging tough in the box, fighting off that tough breaking ball in the inside part of the plate. Is trying to come through with a big 2-out hit to score that runner out there on 3rd base.
Pritchett from the windup. A 2-2 pitch, swung on a miss, strike 3, and the side's retired. Copperheads had a chance at a big inning, double play, made it a little bit harder, and then the strikeout ends it. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Jazz 11, Copperheads 5. You're listening to the Copperheads on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is so much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit, and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is S.
Hi, I'm Zion Avery. I go to Ohio University. I'm first baseman catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to Copperhead Network.
Copperheads had the bases loaded with nobody out in the top of the seventh inning, only able to plate one run as it's an 11-5 lead for the Richmond Jazz, and the Copperhead season is quickly coming to a close. 6 outs remaining before the Copperheads will be faced with that choice. First pitch missed for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. Ground ball up the third base line, goes foul by the batter for the Richmond Jazz, Noah Suarez. So for Suarez on the day, grounded into a double play his last time up, flew out to right field, and also struck out 0 for 3. 1-1 the count. Craig Hauser's pitch, swung on, line drive out into left field. Jared Hurd ranging over and makes the catch in the gap for the first out in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, awesome jump by Hurd there in the gap, as that looked like it was getting to the wall. But Hurd with a good jump on it, gets out into left center field in the alley and runs that one down. Nice play by the left fielder.
Zach Giroux, the leadoff man, comes to the plate yet again in today's ball game. Already 4 at-bats for Giroux. He walked in one of them, but he's 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored and a walk. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it off into foul territory. 2 players running over, the catcher Johnson and the first baseman Glass. Both run out of room as that ball's out of play. 0-1 the count to Zach Giroux. 0-1 the count. Copperheads scoring 1 in the top of the 7th, 1 in the top of the 5th, and 3 in the 3rd for their 5 runs. Richmond Jazz with 11 runs. Started off the game hot, 4 runs in the 1st, 3 in the 2nd, 3 in the 4th, and 1 in the 5th. As Micah Craig Hauser will look for back-to-back scoreless innings here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Swing and a miss by Zach Giroux. Craig Hauser ahead of the count, 1-2.
Yep, nice fastball there on the inside part of the plate. Gets him out in front of it. As Craig Hauser's been big in bridging the gap from start of the bullpen here.
Line drive out into left field, falls into shallow left field, down the left field line. Jared Hurd quickly gets to it, and a strong throw to second to keep Giroux at first base. It's a 1-out single for the Richmond Jazz.
Yeah, Giroux just kind of kept the hands inside that one, yanks it into left field. A couple hard hit balls to open up this inning. Hurd made a nice play on the first one, but Craig Hauser getting barreled up here to these first couple batters.
Well, a guy who barreled him up last time is Jake Burlingame. Burlingame just crushed one and hit the tree on the fly out in right field. An absolute bomb for Burlingame, his 4th home run of the season. Craig Hauser's first pitch to him hits the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1.
I mean, it almost hit the top of one of those trees out there. It was just an absolute
and you can start
rocket off the bat.
You can start to see the tree line to right center fields on the edge of the screen. 0-1 pitch bounces in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Or you'd have to be here to see it. An absolute shot by Burlingame. But Burlingame, that was his second hit of the day. He's 2 for 2 with 2 walks. Swings back and fouls one off of the press box. Count is at 1-2. Well, 1-2 count, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th inning. Jazz 11, Copperheads 5. Craig Hauser ready on the mound. Now stepping back in is Jake Burlingame. Rests his bat on his shoulder. Craig Hauser comes set. Throw over to first base, a check on the runner, Zach Giroux. He goes back standing safely. Ball game got a little bit closer between the Settlers and the Steam as 1-2 pitch roped down the right field line and out of play. Count remains at 1-2. With a 6-5 lead for the Licking County Settlers, Cincinnati Steam scored 2 in the top of the 6th. Even if those two teams tie, that would not help the Copperheads with the loss here today.
Well, what would make them tie? What's the rule on that?
It's international rules as line drive down the line in right field, back of the wall, and this one just goes foul right of the right field line. Almost Burlingame had another one, just came up short.
Yeah, good shot down there in the corner, just a little bit out in front of Craig Hauser's breaking ball. Yanked it a little bit too much. This will just be a long strike.
Count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out and a runner on first base here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Craig Hauser trying to retire Jake Burlingame for the first time in today's game. Craig Hauser steps off the mound. He'll think about what to do up in the count 1-2. From the stretch, Craig Hauser's pitch, ground ball over towards the right side and foul near the Copperheads dugout. 1-2, the count remains.
Yeah, Burlingame's way out in front of everything Craig Hauser's throwing right now. A lot of foul balls down the first baseline.
One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom 7. Craig Hauser. The pitch to Burlingame, ground ball. This one stays fair, backhanded and forward-handed by the second baseman. Craig Hauser didn't get to first base on time. A slow roller, an attempt at a backhand by Tanner Glass in the hole. Ball gets through, goes to Kyle Gammon. Gammon gets the ball and throws it a little bit late to Craig Hauser covering first. It's an infield single for Jake Burlingame. 3 for 3 on the ball game for Burlingame. And now Ryan Wickman at the plate.
Yeah, real tough play. Slow roller up the first baseline, gets by the backhand of Johnson into the hole. Kyle Gammon almost looked like he had a shot to maybe take it to the bag himself there for a second, but opts to flip it to Craig Hauser. Burlingame too fast out of the left-handed box and beats it out for an infield single.
2 runners on base, 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Richmond Jazz 11, Southern Ohio Copperheads 5. First pitch to the batter, Ryan Wickman misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. For the Richmond Jazz, 11 runs on 14 hits and an error. Copperheads 5 runs on 7 hits, an error for themselves. A swing and a foul ball behind the home plate. Johnson ranging back to the wall, and he just runs out of room. Ball lands over the backstop fence. Count is at 1-1.
Yeah, it kept looking like Johnson was going to have a chance, but that ball just kept carrying on him until it eventually got over the fence back behind home plate.
Now 1 ball, 1 strike to the batter, Ryan Wickman. Wickman in today's game, 1 for 3. 2 runs scored, an RBI, and a walk. 1 pitch, Johnson throws down to third. He throws it past Daniel Cruz. Ball gets into left, ball coming back to third base. Picked by Cruz, but coming in to score is Zach Giroux. Another run comes across to answer to the Copperheads. 1 run in the top of the 7th. It's now pushed back up to a 7-run lead for the Richmond Jazz. 12-5 is your score.
Yeah, it's a at third base if Johnson had to throw on target, but just off the line, pulls Cruz off the bag. And a run comes in to score. I was not sure what's happening now.
Not sure at all. Maybe didn't touch the plate.
That's the runner from third. That's another run coming in.
Might have been a balk, or didn't hear anything. No complaints from the Copperheads dugout. Unsure that one run came in. We'll try to figure that out during the break after. But another run comes in, and now the lead is pushed up to the largest it's been all day. An 8-run lead for the Richmond Jazz. 13-5 is the score here in the bottom of the 7th. Batter Ryan Wickman flies one out to left field. Ranging under it is the left fielder Jared Hurd. He makes a one-hand catch up by his head. Now there are 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Noah Suarez flew out to left field. A nice catch by Jared Hurd to lead off the bottom of the 7th. But then a little trouble for Micah Craighauser. A single by Zach Giroux. Jake Burlingame followed suit with a single of his own. Both runs came in to score. An error by the catcher Johnson threw it out to left field. As now at the plate, Mike Steffen. He grounds the ball through the hole on the right side and into right field for a base hit. Steffen picks up 4 hits in today's ball game, 4 for 5 with a strikeout. 2 runs scored and 3 RBIs. Steffen's having himself a day in the final game of the year.
Yeah, he's been real impressive. 4 hits performance, you know. This is guaranteed the final game for the Richmond Jazz. Mike Steffen leaving a mark on this season. Looks like Coach Dunphy's going to make a call to the bullpen.
Call to the bullpen. We'll be right back after the pitching change. It's the Richmond Jazz 13, Copperheads 5. Runner on first base with 2 outs when we return right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are proud supporters of Copperheads baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
This is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Ball Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities,
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Micah Craighauser's day in relief has come to a close as Craighauser went 4 2/3, allowed 8 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 1 walk, and struck out 4 batters. At the plate, Caleb Meeks. He will face an Ohio Bobcat in Colin Sells. First pitch from Sells misses low and inside for ball 1. Sells on the season, no wins, 4 losses, a tough life living in relief. 14th relief appearance on the year with a 5.65 ERA, 17 in the 3rd innings pitched, 23 strikeouts to 15 walks, and has given up 26 hits. Fastball hits the zone for a called strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. Last outing for Sells came against the Licking County Settlers in a 9-6 loss. Went 2 innings, got 2 strikeouts, or 2/3 of an inning, and got both via the strikeout. 1-1 the count. Pitch in to Caleb Meeks for a called strike, 1-2.
And Colin Sells, one of the hardest throwers on this staff for the Copperheads. As the biggest issue for him has been his command. When he's in there throwing strikes, he can get guys to strike out.
1-2 pitch from Sells. A curveball misses outside. Evens up the count at 2-2.
But there's been times this year he's gotten a little wild, kind of lost the zone a little bit, and the walks start to add up, and then he'll give up 1 hit and a bunch of runs will come in to score. But when he's on, he can be one of the best pitchers on this Copperheads team.
The hardest thrower on average on the team, around 92-mile-per-hour fastball. Gets a curveball, drops it in, strike 3. Called, side, retired. 2 runs in the inning for the Richmond Jazz as they extend their lead. It's the Jazz 13, Copperheads 5. We'll be back in the top of the 8th inning. Copperheads down to their final 6 outs of the ballgame. You're listening to the Copperheads on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richmond Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood with Ohio Realty. She will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood, bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region, Snyder, Fuller & Stroh is focused on helping our clients secure their financial future.
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
6 outs remaining in the Copperhead season unless they score more runs than the Jazz. It's the Jazz 13, the Copperheads 5. Leading things off for Southern Ohio will be Kyle Gammon, and a new man on the mound for the Richmond Jazz and William Landman. Landman with a 7.94 ERA, 1 win, 2 losses on the season, 8th relief appearance. 12 1/3 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, has walked 12 batters and given up 10 hits. First pitch to Kyle Gammon, a line drive out into left field, but ranging over to make the catch is Cole Ansel. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the 8th.
And Gammon put a good swing on that ball, but just hung up there just enough time for Cole Ansel to range under it and make the play. Quick out for Landman.
So Kyle Gammon 0 for 3 on the day with a sacrifice fly. He's got the RBI, but 1 out, top of the 8th. 5 outs now left for the Copperheads. First pitch from Landman to the batter. Phil Glasser misses lone outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Glasser today 0 for 3. A strikeout, a fly out to right field, and a ground ball to first base unassisted. 1-0 pitch. Right down the middle for a called strike, 1-1. Last time out for William Landman as the fastball misses outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. For Landman, last outing came against the Muskegon Clippers in a 15-13 loss. 1-1 pitch, curveball breaks in for a called strike, 1-2. But Landman only pitched a third of an inning and gave up 4 runs, all earned, 1 hit, 3 walks. Count goes to 3-2 to the batter, Phil Glasser. 3-2 the count. There's a pitch from Lamb. Catches the outside corner. Strike 3 called. Glasser disappointed. And now Glasser has been ejected from today's ball game. Glasser said something after he tossed the bat. Austin Dunphy will walk over, and now Glasser will have to ride the bench, or can't even be on the bench. Will be with the bus driver Kelly for the rest of the game.
Yeah, that pitch did look a little bit outside the Glasser as he thought he had ball 4. And obviously we don't know what he said from up here, but home plate umpire wasn't having any of it. Immediately chucked him. Yeah, that's, a lot of frustration for the Copperheads. It's a win or go home situation. You're trailing by 8 late in the ball game, and obviously Glasser thought he deserved a walk on that one.
Kyle George, home plate umpire, throws out Phil Glasser in today's ball game. Copperheads will have a new shortstop in the bottom of the 8th. As now at the plates, Tanner Johnson. Johnson swings and misses at the first pitch from William Lamb. 0-1. Lamb's 0-1 pitch, line drive out into right field, falls down for a base hit. Johnson holds off at first base. It's a 2-out single for Tanner Johnson, his first hit of the game. And now the Copperheads will send Daniel Cruz to the plate.
Well, never too late to start a rally. First 2 guys retired in the inning with Tanner Johnson. Nice little inside-out swing to right center field for the base hit. So we'll see if the Copperheads can spark one of those, 2-out rallies that they've been kind of known for this season. I mean, they've had times this year where they've scored 8-9 runs, all with 2 outs. So,
runner on first, top of the 8th inning. Copperheads down by 8, 13-5 is the score. First pitch to Cruz, misses low for ball 1. Gammon flew out to left field to start off the top of the 8th. Glasser struck out looking. And then Tanner Johnson with the 2-out single as a 1-0 pitch hits the zone for Daniel Cruz, 1-1. Cruz in the ball game 0 for 3, 2 ground outs. 1 ground out to third. There's a pitch for a strike. 1-2 with 2 down. Flew out to the first baseman and struck out looking in his 3 at-bats for Daniel Cruz. 1-2 the count. Lamb's pitch. Curveball misses outside. Bounces in the dirt. 2-2.
Yeah, Cruz has been cold this series, but see if he can barrel pitch up here, try to find a gap somewhere and, snap out of it. Hasn't been a good series for him out here in Richmond, but never too late to turn it around.
2-2 the count. 2 down. Top of the 8th. Pitch to Cruz, swung on, slow roller up the first base line, goes foul. Michael Blatchford, the first base coach for the Copperheads, has the ball and will throw it back. 2-2 the count to Daniel Cruz. Copperheads on their last legs. Pitch runs high and inside to Cruz, 3-2.
He had to twist out of the way of that one. That one almost ran in and got him. Now full count. Tanner Johnson will be in motion from first base, so if Cruz can find the gap or roll one all the way to the wall, perhaps Johnson can come in to score from first.
13 runs for the Jazz, 5 for the Copperheads. Payoff pitch to Cruz, curveball taken down the middle, called strike, and the side is retired. 2 strikeout lookings for the Southern Ohio Copperheads here in the top of the 8th inning. Sheds down to their final 3 outs in the top of the 9th. But before then, we go to the bottom of the 8th. Richmond Jazz up to the plate when we return right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmortine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi, in addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Back inside McBride Stadium here in Richmond, Indiana, Copperheads are down 13-5 in their final regular season game. It's a win or go home for Southern Ohio as Colin Sells remains on the mound for the Copperheads. Counts out 2 balls and no strikes to the batter, Zachary Steitler. Steitler picked up 1 hit, 1 run scored, and an RBI. Happened in the 4th inning as he swings and flies one off towards foul territory, ranging out of play. 2 balls and 1 strike. Little defensive change for the Copperheads. Moving from third to short is Daniel Cruz, and playing third base, Reese Trahey. 2-1 pitch misses low to the batter, Zachary Steitler. In the bottom of the 8th, 3 balls and 1. The Copperheads gave up the lead early. Nick Kaiser struggled a little bit to begin the ball game. 4 runs in the first, 3 in the second, and it's been downhill since then. 3-1 pitch catches the outside corner. Full count to Steitler. Colin Sells came in to relieve Micah Craighauser. Craighauser got 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning, couldn't get the 3rd. Sells got the 3rd with a strikeout, looking as a 3-2 pitch swung on by Steitler and fouled off towards our right and out of play.
Yeah, a little bit of defensive change for the Copperheads with Glasser being ejected. Daniel Cruz moves over to short. Reese Trahey entering the ball game at third base.
3-2 pitch, slow roller right back to Sells on the mound. He throws it over to first in time. 1 out, bottom of the 8th inning.
That's the way to field the position. Get a pitch right back at you on a high hop. He bounces off the mound, fields it cleanly. Nice, easy throw over to first base for the first out. Pretty textbook there from Colin Sells.
And now Austin Dunphy will come out and is slowly walking towards the mound to try and check on. He will make a pitching change as the Copperheads down to their final 3 outs. We'll see a new pitcher for the Southern Ohio Copperheads here in the bottom of the 8th inning. When we return, it's the Richmond Jazz 13 and the Southern Ohio Copperheads 5. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541 3541.
Ball Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.ballgreenmortine.com.
You will be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with the free complimentary breakfast, high-definition television in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi. In addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens, live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility, lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at jackios.com. Instagram or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room in Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side. Locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors. And be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunity.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
It is still the bottom of the 8th inning with one out. Colin Sells came out of the game after only pitching 2/3 of an inning. Didn't give up a hit, a run, a walk, struck out one. And Tyler Lux comes in to pitch for the Copperheads. First pitch that Lux throws is batted out into left field. Ranging back and sliding, not being able to make the catch, is the shortstop, Daniel Cruz. He slid all the way down the foul line. 3 people around it. Hurd in left field, Cruz the shortstop, and then Reese Trahey, the third baseman. But none could get it. Fell down in fair territory. One out hit.
That's a tough one. Kind of falls out there down in no man's land where no one can really get it up the line as Cruz with a heck of an effort. Sliding, trying to make the play. Falls in for a single.
They really tried to make the play. Was Cruz. He slid and just wasn't able to get it. A one-out single, Cole Antolon first, and at the plate, Austin Hatfields. Tyler Lux, first pitch, misses high and inside to Hatfield, 1-0. For Southern Ohio, battled a lot of adversity coming into the season. Was in danger of not continuing the year with the lack of pitching. As the 1-0 pitch, ground ball in foul territory off towards the left side and down near the bullpen for the Richmond Jazz. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about that. I bet you most people at the beginning of the year wouldn't even think Southern Ohio would be in this position. Just head coaching change, literally 3 weeks before the season starts.
1-1, another ground ball off to the left side and by the dugout for the Jazz.
I mean, there's been all the injuries, all the players leaving to do the innings limits and injuries and, stuff like that. And this team is still, came into the ball game with a win away from being in the playoffs, which I don't think too many people could have predicted when the season started.
1-2 pitch taken on the outside corner. Strike 3 called. Hatfield goes down looking. And Tyler Lux gets his first strikeout of the game. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, I mean, even if the result remains the same, there's a lot to be proud of for those guys in the orange and black. They've battled through a lot of things this year, and they remain competitive, and we're one of the best teams in the league in my eyes. So,
a lot of great offensive power and prowess for the Copperheads. Just never say never, and they never gave up until the end. First pitch misses for a ball by Tyler Lux to the batter Noah Suarez with 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th. Jazz 13, Copperheads 5. 1-0 pitch misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Well, it's been an exciting year for the Copperheads. A walk-off win. Couple of all-stars, 4 of them. 2-0 pitch hits the outside corner. Nice breaking ball by Lux, 2-1. But Sebastian Fabic, his tear through the GLSEL, batting around 350, 35 RBIs, As a line drive off the bat of Suarez deep out into left center field, back at the wall, and making the catch is Jared Hurd to retire the side. Tyler Lux comes into the ball game here in the bottom of the 8th inning, gets 2 outs, and the side's retired. Jazz 13, Copperheads 5. Final 3 outs of the Copperheads here in the summer of 2019, unless the Copperheads can score 9. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. This is much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brands designs, develops, and markets hardworking boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women, footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brands story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial service needs. See us celebrating 14 years of service to the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Schneider, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Schneider, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.schneiderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
First-year manager Austin Dunphy has guided his team to a 23-17 record, a half game back on first place. But the way the chips fell this year in the GLSEL, the Licking County Settlers and the Cincinnati Steam played each other. One team had to win 2 games. One team had to lose at least 2 games. And just the way it fell, Copperheads needed a win here in today's ball game, finding themselves down by 8. Would need 9 runs here in the top of the 9th inning to continue their season, as Carter Cross will pinch hit for Lucas Nasanti. Well, it's been a fun season for the Copperheads. A lot of uncertainty heading into it. But after this year, Copperheads still going strong. Copperheads formed in 2002, 17th season in existence. And for 13 of the 17, the Copperheads have made the postseason.
Pretty successful, if I do say so myself.
First pitch to Cross, misses low and outside for a ball. 1-0.
Yeah, it's just, a really fun team to work for. It's the only, the closest thing to a, professional team that the city of Athens, Ohio has. And, people really show up for it. It's a fun experience to take in a game over the summer at Bob Rent's Stadium. I was really glad I could be a part of it. Hopefully it doesn't end yet. Still got 3 outs to work with, so we'll see.
2 balls, no strikes to the batter, Carter Cross. Now 3 straight balls from the pitcher, the new pitcher, Jake Burlingame, who comes in from center field to make his first pitching appearance on the season. Currently unknown who's in center by everyone up here in the press box. But the 3-0 pitch hits the zone for a called strike. 3 balls and 1 strike is a count with nobody out here in the top of the 9th inning. A look at the rest of the league, top of the 9th inning. And Don Edwards Stadium, Licking County 6, as Carter Cross grounds one over towards the right side. Second baseman Suarez throws over to first. Copperheads down to 2 outs.
Yep, jam shot there for Carter Cross. Broke the bat on a slow roller up to second base. Not the start you need when you need 9 runs.
Carter Cross pinch hitting for Lucas Nasanti, grounds out to second base in the top of the 9th inning. 1 down, and now the leadoff man, Jared Hurd, comes to the plate. Licking County 6, Cincinnati Steam 5. With the result here today, both of those two teams will have each other for another 3-game series, this time in the postseason. As first pitch from Burlingame to Jared Hurd, misses low and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. One-zero pitch, fly ball, center field, ranging under it and seeing it is the new center fielder as they'll make the catch. 2 outs, and the Copperheads down to the final out of the season.
Yeah, I was about to say, a little bit smoother than the last fly ball at the center field for the Jazz, as that ball Burlingame couldn't find and landed in for a hit. But easy play there, and Copperheads now down to the final out of the season.
At the plate, Zach Iverson. Iverson in today's ball game picked up a hit his last time up, and it was a seeing eye hit as center fielder, who now is in to pitch Burlingame, could not find the ball out in the outfield. Might have caught it in the lights or whatever it might have been. First pitch misses for a ball, 1-0. One oh the count. 2 down, top of the 9th. Pitch to Zach Iverson, misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. For the Richmond Jazz, 13 runs on 16 hits and 1 error. Southern Ohio Copperheads, 5 runs on 8 hits and 2 errors. 2-0 the count to Zach Iverson. Pitch from Burlingame, swung on a missed. For strike 1.
Yeah, and Iverson took a big rip at that pitch, unable to make contact with it.
Well, 2-1 the count. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Copperheads would need a miracle 2-out rally to come back in this one. 2-1 pitch from Burlingame. Another swing and a miss by Zach Iverson. Pops out of the glove of the catcher Hatfields. And now the Copperheads are down to their final strike. Richmond Jazz were on a 2-game winning streak before facing the Copperheads. Copperheads took the first 2 games of the series, but needed 3 to control their destiny into the postseason. Pitch from Burlingame. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. Burlingame, the toss to first base, and the ball game is over. Southern Ohio Copperheads fall in the final game of a 3-game series to the Richmond Jazz. Your final from Richmond, Indiana, the Jazz 13, the Copperheads 5. And before we go off the air, we'd just like to thank all the support that we've had all season long. From our president, Bill LaRue, and general managers Kayla Hunter and Annie Brackley. Appreciate your support on the first official live stream for the Southern Ohio Copperheads in the 2019 season.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Thanks, to our president, Bill, as you just mentioned, Annie, Kayla, everybody that we worked with this summer. This is my first summer doing something like this, working for a team and calling a summer of baseball, and I had a blast doing it. Connor, I loved working with you all summer. There's nobody else I don't think I ever would have wanted to do it with. And, it was a long summer. The team had its ups and downs. I mean, I'm proud to say I was a part of this team this year because, the Copperheads battled a lot of adversity, and they fought till the very end. And, it wasn't the result they wanted. It's a tough ending for first-year coach Dumpy, but I know he's extremely proud of his guys. They can walk out here with their heads held high.
Well, feeling is mutual, Joey. Really enjoyed working with you all season long. It's been a great season. Your final from Richmond, Indiana. The Richmond Jazz 13, the Southern Ohio Copperheads 5. For the final time in the summer of 2019, it's the Southern Ohio Copperheads 5, the Jazz 13. For Joey Medore, this is Connor Mills signing off. We'll see you next time.